This is for y'all. The Opinionated Podcast. And like that, we back. Yeah. What's this, episode 57? Yeah. What's going on? Welcome back to the show. You know what I'm saying? I go by that nigga named Ace. And this is the Opinionated Podcast. And make sure y'all stop what y'all doing right now and like and subscribe some shit. Leave a comment, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? The Opinionated Podcast. We put that shit on everything. Instagram, Facebook, Spotify. You know, Apple Podcasts, all that shit, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to all the new subscribers, all the new listenership, the viewership, all that, you know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? Once again, make sure y'all stop what y'all doing and go and subscribe, you know what I'm saying? We appreciate the new subscribers, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, you know, some of them viewers and, you know, that watch time definitely going up, you know what I'm saying? And, like, we done reached 1,000 listens on, you know, the listenership apps, you know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all subscribe for sure, you know what I'm saying? Whatever y'all listening to y'all motherfucking, you know, podcast type shit, you know? Like, you know, and today there is no Joe, you know what I'm saying? That nigga, he should be back, you know, maybe another week or so, you know what I'm saying? Like, he got some business he need to take care of, you know what I'm saying? And one thing I know about Joe, don't nothing come before his family, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, shout out that nigga Joe. He should be back, you know what I'm saying, another week or two, you know what I'm saying? Until then, I'm holding shit down like always, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, since there is no Joe, I have two guests in the building, you know what I'm saying? I have two of the ladies from the Pink Chocolate Podcast. You know, first of all, I want to thank y'all for being out here tonight.
Thank you for having us.
You know, and also what I want y'all to do right now is I want y'all to shout out all y'all shit, you know, and I want y'all to introduce yourselves and let people know a little bit about what y'all got going on at the Pink Chocolate Podcast.
I'm Tamara.
I'm Sasha.
And you can find Pink Chocolate Podcast anywhere. We're on Apple, we're on Spotify. If you go to Anchor, we're there. And I guess we kind of the female version of opinionated. We are very opinionated women who give you what we feel is important to our lives right now.
And you can find us on Instagram at the Pink Chocolate Podcast.
And they got a really good podcast, you know what I'm saying? Like, I spent the last day or so, you know, listening to, I think I want to say I listened to all the episodes. I know I'm still in the middle of one of them. You know, and it's pretty decent. You know, they talk a lot about, you know, relationship shit, dating shit. You know, they talk about worldly events, black culture, and, you know, all those other type of things. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, make sure y'all go follow them. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck if it's just two or three of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Tap into them. You know what I'm saying? The couple ladies that we got listening with us, go fuck with them, man. I'm pretty sure y'all fuck with them. They got a really good podcast, and I ain't just saying that shit. Like, I've been sitting and listening to them. And one thing I know about y'all have a lot of questions about men.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all very opinionated about men.
Yeah, y'all
you know,
confusing.
It's really not that confusing. Like, I really don't understand why motherfuckers feel like the opposite sex is so confusing. It's really not that hard. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I feel as if, like, it's just the point that people really don't listen to one another. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I feel as if, like, I'm a good listener. You know, but, and by me dealing with folks and, you know, observing folks and everything, I feel like most people don't really converse to listen. They converse to talk.
Yeah, a lot of people listen to respond and
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So therefore, you know, especially when you talking to the opposite sex, or it don't even matter. Like, if you a black person and you talking to a white person, you know, you're not really listening. You're really listening to respond. You know what I'm saying? Because especially when it comes to certain type of issues, it's just like, you know, as soon as, especially if they talking about, okay, like, let's just get into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know y'all have a lot of questions about men. So I feel as if, like, when you're a woman and you're talking to a man, you're not really trying to understand where a man is coming from. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just want to respond and put your point of view out there. You know what I'm saying? And you really want to make a man understand where the woman is coming from in certain situations. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and like, I know the last episode that I was stuck on, it was the episode when y'all was talking about matriarch and patriarch. Mm-hmm. And I found that very interesting. You know what I'm saying? So, like, let's start there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know Sasha, she felt as if, like, you know, this shit should be led by men. You know, I mean, by women.
Okay. All right.
You know what I'm saying?
Together now.
You know, so, like, go ahead and tell my audience, you know what I'm saying, why you feel that way. You know, and first of all, explain patriarch and matriarch to motherfuckers who don't understand.
Okay, so basically, patriarchal and matriarchal societies are based on
Patriarch is male-led.
and matriarchal is female-led. And basically, it's basically led by the specific gender and how, you know, they think society should run, or who leads it, basically, right? So America has a patriarchal society where the men are in the forefront, or has the image of men being in the forefront. And I think it should be matriarchal because, well, I said for the black community. I don't care about other communities. I don't care about the white people, the Asian. Not in that way. Like I wish they died. I just don't care about how their culture is functioning because it doesn't serve me. But for the black community, I think it should be women because, I mean, take a gander. We are leading in the job the job fields. We are leading in education world. We're leading in the homes. Like, I don't see why we shouldn't. Like, everything has shown that women will lead. Black women will lead. Help with help or without help.
With minimum input.
And not only that, we cultivate relationships amongst each other, women to women. Men don't do that in a way. They have friends, but they don't cultivate relationships to where, and I'm talking about emotional, mental, and financial support. Like, we just came from a friend. Tamara just hit me like, a friend needs more support. She wants to meet before we came here. Bet. What time? 7:00. Cool. Guys really don't do that. And I had a conversation with a guy talking about when Father's Day come up. He said, well, why don't women throw Father's Day things? They do it for the women for Mother's Day. They throw brunches. They throw all of these events for mothers. Why they don't do it for fathers? And my first thought was, why don't you do it for fathers?
Yeah.
And then
why don't y'all start with yourselves first and stop depending on us? Because we did it for ourselves.
But another thing is, if you think about it, a lot of times the reason why people go all out for Mother's Day.
Put up on the mic a little bit, Tam.
A lot of times why people go all out for Mother's Day is, you got to think about it, is everybody has a mother in their life that they feel like they would do anything for. Like, but that relationship not always there on the father side. So you can't expect something that does not exist. So, I mean, again, that goes deeper into us trying to figure out, I guess, the parental space in families. But the truth is, mothers are usually there. I'm not saying there ain't no deadbeat mamas, but the likelihood of it is way less than being a deadbeat father. So usually what we know are women-led households.
And all throughout my life, it has been nothing but women. My mother, my great-grandmother. Then when I went to school, I had my mentor who walked up to me and said, hey, do you need a mentor? And then I had my godmother, God rest her soul, she just passed a couple weeks ago, her sister. I call all of them mother. They're my mother's other best friends, they aunt. All of those women basically created a community around me. Now, ask me how many men do I know that created a community around me? like from childhood up to now, and it's not that many people. And I'm not saying there are none. I'm just saying it's not as many that just kept knocking at my door. I didn't have to ask for it.
I only have one, my grandfather.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. And like that's crazy because like I said, me listening to some of y'all episodes, I know both of y'all talk about your grandfather. I know I don't remember right now, but I know it might have been both of y'all. Y'all got something going on with the car. Grandpa, he get out here and go ahead and handle that shit. And things of that nature, but like when it comes to it, women aren't the only ones who go through that sort of struggle. You know what I'm saying? Because like for most people in general, you know what I'm saying. Well, we're gonna speak in the black community. For most black folks in general, whether you male or female, you are only dealing with a community of women. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's not everybody, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know if it's the minority or the majority, you know what I'm saying? Like, just for the simple fact, I'm only basing it off my life, you know what I'm saying? Because I was raised by nothing but women, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, like my OG, you know what I'm saying? My godmother, you know what I'm saying? Her friends. I didn't have too many male figures within my life, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? So, and then when it came to me actually, because like my OG, she ain't have a bunch of niggas around the crib.
We know that to be the case. A lot of times, like, especially like women like our parents who worked hard and like our parents was hard workers. And I know no male. I didn't even know my mama really dated until I was like 16. And she and then on top of that, like it wasn't like a bunch of men. It was like one consistent man for the most part, and then maybe another guy or two who might kind of approach her up into my college years. So that made all of two to three men that I've ever seen my mother date, and then ever since then it has been none.
Right.
So I mean, but that's not to say that we don't feel like men don't hold a space, but like you said, for males it's the same way. So at what point do we hold our patriarchs accountable for not being present?
I mean, like, shit, like, men always get held accountable for shit. You know what I'm saying? I feel like women are the ones who don't get held accountable for certain things.
I mean,
you know
but they're present.
No, yeah, they're present. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's the reason why they don't get held accountable for certain things. You know what I'm saying? But, like, we always uplift women. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I don't give a fuck what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's just like women, always get the benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, if y'all call the police on the nigga, you know what I'm saying, they gonna come through and they gonna take care of that nigga that's in that situation. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, if you a man and you call the police on a woman, like, motherfuckers just gonna laugh at you. It's like, bro, nigga, I done seen situations where it's just like the police get called in a situation and the motherfucking police will say to a nigga, like, you couldn't handle that little bitty ass girl.
See, but now we going to a different, I think we feeling
we getting off track, you know what I'm saying? Because we started out with the matter of fact, let's stay on topic real quick.
Not that we getting off topic, I mean, not off track, but because those are different standards, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, because if a woman is being abusive, aggressive, or whatever, yes, she should be held accountable too. But I think what we talking about is women and men in family households. And the point for me is, so we saying that we want people to be held equally accountable, but yet men are not being held equally accountable in their family instances. Like, when you look up, like you said, we all been raised by single parents.
And also you mentioned that women get the benefit of the doubt. And I will say it like I told my sister about my father, because I refused to engage with him. And I say this, my mother, and I'll put that out there, my mother knows, my mother was on drugs when we were younger. That is forgivable for me because she was still around. So she was she was more like a functioning drug addict, as people would say. So my reasoning for not messing with my father is because he did basically like a bank. When you put money in the bank first before you can draw it out. So you cannot pull from me if you never sown into me. My mother has sewn into me from birth until now, and still continues to do that without
even
a
when
question.
she couldn't,
Even
at
when she
her
had
fullest.
right, even in her weakness, and when I mean weakness, like drugs, she was still there. She still made sure we had food. And I will tell you this instance. One time, my mother went on a binge, and when she only did like 3 binges that I know of. She would leave the home, and I was at a age where I could look over my brother and my sister, and she went on a binge, and she would go for the weekend. So her binge was around the weekend, so she was there for school and stuff, so she's still kind of functioning, right? But she would go on a binge. She would have her friends call and tell us she okay, don't worry about her. She made sure food was in the house. My grandmother lived in the back, and then she made sure that people stopped by to make sure we were okay. So even in her weakness, she was still able to check on her kids.
Right.
Where was my father?
Right, what was his excuse?
Hey, it's like that saying, you know what I'm saying? Mama's baby, papa's maybe. You know what I'm saying? So,
but my mother was married to my father. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't a maybe.
Nah, like, I don't even think that saying mean, like, I don't even think that saying mean, like, it may be your baby,
I mean,
it may be
it
not.
was, but
it's just like, if you choose to take care of this motherfucker, then, that's on you. But if you don't, you can dip out.
So that I think that's our question is why is that okay? Right. Like, why is that even an option? And then I guess on top of that, then we get asked why are men not considered as important? It's because you don't show up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, here I am 30-some years old, and I'm saying my father was not there and present. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but then it goes on, like, now I'm 34, and you want me to be like, oh, I love you, I miss you, hey, how you doing? Pick up the phone. I'm never going to pick up the phone for you the way I do for my mom. Like, it's just never going to be that. I'm going to always call my mama. I'm going to always call her. I'm going to always check on her. I'm going to always stop whatever I'm doing for her. And that's because, like she said, you trying to pull from a bank that you ain't even deposited into.
Right. And when my mama gets sick and when she need a place to stay when she get older, my mind even plans for that. To be honest with my father, if he gets sick and he needs a place to stay, he better call his sister. He better call one of them other kids. I ain't got it. And to be honest, I don't care. Like, it would not hurt my heart. Because literally there is nothing built there. You didn't cultivate anything. You just want the respect because you think you are owed it because of your title and your position, but you're not. You have to do the work.
Okay. Like, see, and like, I'm 37, you know what I'm saying? I'm finna be 38 in June, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I want to say, like, maybe over the last 2 years, you know what I'm saying, me and my old man, we been in contact. Like, he was kind of, here and there, throughout me growing up. But, like, later on in my life, you know what I'm saying, like, shit, he pretty much was non-existent, and it's just like, it used to be a point in time when I felt like, if something happened to him, it's just like, fuck that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Fuck him. You know what I'm saying? I ain't want to have shit to do with that nigga. I remember when I was a shorty, you tell me you coming over. Had me wait with the toys and shit. Like, that nigga told me he bought me a car one time. I never seen it to this day.
I was supposed to go to Disney World.
You know what I'm saying?
We were supposed to go to Disney World. Ask me how I been. I even took myself.
It's been plenty of times we sat on the porch with our bags waiting to go to the movies. Hey.
But like, shit, we could get back into this because, like, we started out with the matriarch and the patriarch type shit. You know what I'm saying? Now you feel like women should lead. Like, like when I look at this situation, I feel like, women can lead. You know what I'm saying? But I know women are hella catty. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't, especially black women. It's just like, y'all catty as fuck. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, as soon as a bitch come in and like, shit, this bitch got some new hair, or you felt like she giving you an eye or a stare, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, who the fuck this bitch think she is? Or why the fuck you looking at me like that? You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
I'm gonna kind of agree with you on just slightly, but because that's not all women, but men are so disassociated with stuff. Like, where things are happening, y'all don't see people's intent, or I don't know if y'all don't care to see people's intent, or it don't bother you. You all be like, oh, it's cool, it's whatever. But women are more intuitive. So usually when someone is doing something, we see it from the beginning. Now, just because she look better and she come in with an attitude, like, that's not all women. I have seen some women do that. Mm-hmm. And I've heard of situations like, we got a friend, she was saying like she had came into work and she had her hair done, and she was like, girl, as soon as you get your hair done, they be in there whispering and talking like who she thinks she is. Mm-hmm. I've never experienced that, but clearly it happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, clearly it happens.
I was talking with another friend who mentioned like they always have problems, and they was like, it's with the light-skinned women, and it's my friend, and I'm like, oh, wait, whoa, you know, and she was like, no, it's always she has an issue with light-skinned women, or it just women in general. I have not had that experience with black women, dark-skinned women, light-skinned women. I don't think I had a light-skinned leader, but that's not my experience. So, and when I say women should lead, not all women should lead. Like,
yeah,
everybody just like all men can't lead.
Exactly.
Yeah, every woman.
So, and when we mean by lead, the matriarch should lead, meaning what the things that we find important, y'all also should find important. And y'all should also listen to us when we say, hey, this thing right here is serving us or will serve us and is going to be best for us and move towards this way. That's all we're saying. We're not saying listen to all the things that we want and everything that y'all want does not apply. It doesn't matter. It's, you know,
irrelevant.
Yeah, like we don't mean that. We just saying like our ideas and what we find very important and how we should move
should be considered.
Like, highly recommend.
Yeah, 10 out of 10.
And like, you know, and I can agree to certain things. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know, like, you know, I'm the type of nigga that feel like it really don't fucking matter who lead. You know what I'm saying? It's about the best person in a certain type of position. Right. Because, like, even when it comes to households, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, you know, hold on, let me think real quick. You know what I'm saying? It's just like when it comes to the household, you know, I feel like, because I know one of the things that y'all like to say, you know, y'all talk to niggas or dealt with a lot of niggas or know niggas who feel as if like they supposed to be the man and they lead this shit. But when it comes to certain things, you need certain type of leaders for. You know, that's what I feel as if. Like, it's an equal opportunity. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that I don't know about that you might know about or have experience in that you need to take control of this shit. Like, I ain't finna figure out certain type of shit. So, therefore, it don't matter what it is. It's just like
the job get done.
Yeah, like, long as the shit get done.
You know what I'm saying? Some people, especially some men, they can't see themselves deferring to a woman. Like, they just don't see it. Like, they literally have in their mind because they are the man that they made the best choice.
But then also, I think a lot of men don't mind deferring to a woman. They just don't want it to be known, and they don't want it to be seen. Right. So my wife can do everything she did. She gave me the idea for this business, and she helped me build it from the ground up. But it got my name on it, so this mine.
What niggas is that though?
It's a lot.
It's a lot. Men be
y'all know a lot of niggas like that.
Men be forgetting that when they be like, she wasn't shooting with me in the club, she kind of was. So she was the club.
We can use like Jeff Bezos and his wife. Like when everybody's like, oh, she don't deserve all that money and da da da. The truth is, she did deserve it because she started with him. Like, they keep forgetting that she was an engineer herself. Like, she wasn't just like some random woman that he was like providing for, and she got with him once he made money. Like, literally, they was working out of their garage. So she did amass that fortune with him. So it's not like she wasn't capable of, you know, being a equal partner or contributor.
So, I'm gonna speak from my perspective. I ain't gonna speak from, you know, niggas' perspective, because I don't fuck with a lot of these niggas. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when it comes to niggas, like, the way I look at this shit is, it's just like, okay, if you feel like you was a part of this, you know, if you came up with the ideal and I capitalized, okay, you're entitled. Okay, nothing else to be said about that. But if it's just like, I came up with the ideal, I put in the work, and all you did was maintain the household type shit, or, you know, whatever else the case is. It's just like, you really didn't put that work in.
So I'm gonna say this. Say that she did just maintain the household, and let's just put it in perspective, is she did go to MIT, she was an engineer, and she did give up her life or her career in order for you to pursue yours. And for her to raise the kids while you pursue what you wanted to, did she not put in work then?
I mean, like, look, you know what I'm saying? Like, life is work. You know, now when we talking about contributing to the company type shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you didn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know what I'm saying? When we talking about just making sacrifices for our livelihood, that's a different story. You know, like, so if it's just like, if you some type of woman who had ambitions and, you know, you got with a nigga who like, look, baby, I got this. All I need you to do is sit back and maintain, you know, like, make sure the kid's good and, you know, all the other shit, you know, like, you know, you do your thing. Want to do laundry, food, whatever the fuck it is that motherfuckers be asking for. You know, it's just like, okay, yeah, I feel like that woman should get some sort of compensation. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to, like, look, you know what I'm saying? Jeff Bezos' wife became, she got like $37 billion or some type of shit when they divorced. And then she fucked around and married a school teacher from fucking Seattle. You know, it's just like, that's what niggas think about. It's just like, we done gained all this motherfucking money, and then you done turn around and married a motherfucking school teacher. You know what I'm saying?
But maybe he wasn't shit. Like, I was willing to leave a billionaire for a school teacher, and then she gave a lot of her fortune away too. Like, she gave a lot of her money away.
No, she gave a lot of that nigga money away. You know what I'm saying?
No,
and that's what niggas don't be wanting to see.
That was her money.
It was her.
Because
she earned
it. Wasn't her money.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
was.
It's just like, no.
Okay,
She
like,
was an engineer, and she worked with Jeff just like Jeff was working on it too.
But also,
did she do that? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know her story.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
but she went to MIT
she did coding.
She worked with him. It was a joint effort. Now maybe it was his idea, and maybe
she needs something.
Yeah.
But not only that, sometimes even when you're pillow talking with your woman and everything, and she gives you any advice, because if you talk to somebody, they charge you for that. Consulting is a fee.
So you mean to tell me?
If you have even if I gave you the connect, say for instance she wasn't in engineering, she was in finance, and her connection to a finance that gave him the funding to do that.
Money, yeah.
But did she charge him for that? No, because that was someone into their livelihood together. Right. But if she wasn't with him and she was somebody else, she would have charged him for that.
Okay. All right. Let me put it to you like this. All right. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, if she actually contributed to the company and the growth and the development of everything, all right. So let's bring it down, son. Let's put it in the layman's terms, you know, or whatever the case may be. It's just like me doing a podcast, you know, and if I'm sitting in the crib and I'm talking to my girl at night and I'm like, yeah, baby, I'm thinking about, like, I want to do this and this and that thing. And she's like, yeah, go ahead. You could do it. You know, I believe in you and I really like what you do. And, you know, next thing you know, I'm the next Charlemagne the God, Joe Budden, or whoever the fuck else. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, we get married and then, you know, shit goes sour and now it's just like, I'm not with you no more, and then I done amassed $100 million. Like, so now she's entitled to $50 million just because I was laid in the bed with her?
She wouldn't get $50 million first and foremost because the idea wasn't started when y'all was married. And then on top of that, her encouraging you.
Oh, thank you. That was encouraging.
Encouraging you is not going to get you nowhere. What we talking about is if you was to come to her and say, hey, I'm thinking about doing merchandise. I want to put a storefront up. And if she go find you the storefront, she find you your vendor for your merchandise.
You're entitled to whatever there.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the difference.
You played your part.
Yeah, that's what we're saying.
It's your fault to marry a woman who only gave you encouragement, who didn't have a support. Because a woman could have been here putting up these mics, starting from the ground, sweeping the floors, painting the walls, whatever the case may be, and then you need something else. You need a graphic designer, and she figured the shit out herself, or then
she entitled,
or she finds you your graphic designer.
She entitled,
right? It's a difference between encouraging and me for real putting in work. You know, like we're not saying that every woman just because she right there with you when you started is automatically gonna get what you going for, what you earn, or what you deserve. But what we saying is sometimes, like she said, that pillow talk lead to me saying, hey, you say you want to do merchandise, here's a vendor, look this person up, or I seen so-and-so just did so-and-so, I'm gonna reach out to them and I'm gonna let you know what they say do, or here, I called this person, they say they got this storefront, you want to go look at it, or I'll go look at it and I see, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a difference. And I think sometimes when men think about things or they see things, I think they don't realize that there's a difference between encouraging and me doing the work with you or for you, or, you know, help push you. There's a difference.
And I think a lot of times they forget the groundwork that the woman put in, or they deem that
as insurmountable, not important.
Because you've made it.
What
here
groundwork do women put in? You know
mean,
what I'm saying? When it, like, you know, when it comes to men's success.
A lot of times,
it depends. A lot of times, like, a lot of people do make sacrifices, like real sacrifices. I've made sacrifices in my life, and it's sometimes that I'm not gonna get back. I'm not gonna be bitter about it. I'm not gonna fight you about it. I'm not gonna argue with you. Like, I literally got my master's degree and then moved to Hawaii. Like,
Hawaii is expensive,
right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I left something and then I literally like took it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had a career that I wanted to build for myself, but instead I left what I just received and earned and worked for you to pursue your career. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, some sacrifices that we make in efforts for you to pursue what you feel is important for you.
Right. And like shit, what this nigga Troy bringing up? McKenzie, who?
That's Jeff Bezos' ex-wife.
Okay.
So
she grew up wealthy.
Exactly.
Yeah, so she had money.
So she got money already.
She was the plug.
So shit, she a motherfucker put some money into. Hey,
exactly.
Jeff Bezos, my nigga, oh boy. You know what I'm saying? You got you a sugar mama. You feel?
Now the story to change. Now the story to change.
You know what I'm saying? You got you a sugar mama, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But you know, like, you know, the story didn't change. You know what I'm saying? Because like she deserved it.
Right.
I understand now.
But everybody don't always have to show their worth in the manner which people deem to be important. Sometimes time is money. Like, sometimes me being in your presence is costing me money. Like, it just is what it is.
And to be honest, she probably never gave him $1, but being connected to her or
put him in the right spaces.
Being in her presence, put him among people that he needed. Mm-hmm. Therefore, her presence was worth something. He probably never got a dime from her. I'm pretty sure he probably didn't, because her father probably was like, "No,
Hey,
that
Troy,
money in a trust."
Hey Troy,
Right.
what was Jeff Bezos doing before Amazon? You can find that out.
Working in
You know what I'm saying?
It was a program. He was in IT.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I
he
mean,
was gonna be on this
he
way to
wasn't a
money either
bum.
way it go.
Yeah, he
but
was
he
gonna
met the
make some
right woman and she connected them dots.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then she deserved whatever shit it was that she got. You know what I'm saying?
And
Now,
also, but then
you know,
we also have to question men who will be like, you know, she wants shooting with me in the gym. But why would you pick some woman like that though?
okay, so let's get to this point, because like clearly, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even remember her name. I don't even care. McKenzie. You know, she brought something to the table. You know what I'm saying? And I know by me listening to some of y'all shows, you know, y'all had a question on about what do women bring to the table. Hold on. Matter of fact, let's motherfucker dot the I's and cross the T's on the Matriarch and Patriarch, because we steady getting away from that shit. You know, and I'm going to state my opinion on that. I feel like women can lead. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's certain things that, you know, stop women from leading when it comes to other women. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like it doesn't matter, You know what I'm saying? What's going on? Because at the end of the day, I feel as if like whatever person fits the criteria for whatever particular situation, that's what makes the difference right there. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because like you might have a nigga that got all the ideas, he might earn all the income, but he bad with finances. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, you know, you might be a woman dealing with this nigga and you're good with finances. So therefore, you're in charge of finances. You know what I'm saying? He's in charge of making the finances, you know? So when it comes to that type of situation, let me ask you this. Like, do you feel, let me ask y'all this. Do you feel as if, like, what if a man, you was dealing with a man and he felt like he just wanted to be a house husband? Like, he didn't want to work. It's like his ultimate, like, he grew up dreaming that he want to get married and he want to have children and, you know, he just want to raise these kids and he just want to, you know, just have the fairy tale lifestyle that women, you know, that we feel like women want, but that's his dream.
So y'all feel like women want that? Women want men to be house husbands?
Look, I put it like this.
Okay, look. So I know what you're saying. Do our lifestyle afford for that? Am I making a decent enough salary that we can maintain our household for you to stay home? And I mean, you know, we've already discussed what's the expectations. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless the lifestyle is already set forth and we can afford for that, it's a no, sir. Get your ass up and go work. Like, you know what I'm saying? Same thing for a woman. If you cannot afford for her to be at home, we working off a $30,000 salary. No, bitch, go to work. Like, it's just simple.
And
as
not
that.
to mention, we are black, so you know.
Right.
There's that.
What black got to do with it?
We don't make the type of money
like
the average income for a black family is like $7,000, whereas for a white
family,
$17,000. I'm sorry, like $17,000 compared to a white family, which is $171,000. Yeah. We can't afford for it.
Right, right.
So everybody working,
and that is considering debt and income. So you know they take that away if you got like student loans and shit like that. So like what you're worth, not what you're making.
Right.
So the worth is about $17,000 for a black family versus $100,000.
Well, nigga, what you're worth. I tell you right now, I'm not a $17,000 family income. You know what I'm saying? Like shit,
but they said
that's like after that's after like everything, like she said, your debts.
So
and
I
all
can
that.
have a good job, but if I got $150,000 in student loans, that's subtracted from my salary.
Right.
Therefore, I'm in debt.
Net worth.
Yeah,
right,
net worth.
Net worth versus, and so a white family's net worth, the average is $171,000. So, come on.
See, like, I'm not the type of nigga that get caught up in statistics because I don't give a fuck about those. And the reason why I don't give a fuck about those is because I know that we are a minority within this country. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's way more white folks than it is black folks. You know, so therefore, naturally, we are gonna be lower in every fucking thing.
But that shouldn't be the case. Because that's not it.
Because
you know,
they are not. There's not way more white people than it is more black people.
It is like we only 17%. We only 17% of the motherfucking population.
In America, though.
In America, we only 17% of the population. Like I don't give a fuck about fucking Africa or shit, goddamn whatever other fucking country. Like shit, nigga, because I don't stay in them countries.
Because if we had a situation to where we could connect to African culture, and it could be like a dual citizen situation, and we can use the wealth from there, we could be in a different ball game. Yeah. Because even though we have way more white people here, then they also consider Europe as an option for them. All of Europe is an option for white people.
Shit, Africa is a motherfucking option for white people. You know what I'm saying? Like, Africa is the largest motherfucking continent on earth. But keep in mind, you know what I'm saying, it's a lot of Chinese folks who are populating the African continent. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's white folks out there, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then keep in mind that just the simple fact of that Africans don't even really fuck with black Americans like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's not an issue. I think that is an issue, but I think that gap is closing faster than we expect it to be.
Yeah, but like I said, Chinese folks, they out there doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, they out there populating with Africans and, all types of other shit. They building structure over there.
Yes, but as they are populating with Africans, they're not taking African culture. They're bringing their culture and they're bringing their thoughts, their ideas, and using it for themselves.
Right.
And see, that's an issue what we have in Black culture. We want to take every other culture instead of, loving our culture and taking our thoughts and our ideas and our wants and our needs into other spaces and saying, this is what we need, this is what we want to stay here. We just want to, integrate into theirs and
come in and assimilate.
Yes.
And that's decent. You know what I'm saying? But I still don't give a fuck about that shit. Because, like, you know what I'm saying? I know I'm born an American and, like, I wouldn't want to stay nowhere else, you know what I'm saying, other than this place. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that any other place is different or whatever the case is or better, but it's just a point that, like, I like where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Like, I enjoy the freedoms or the fake freedoms that I have
I'm about
here.
to say thank you.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, it's certain type of structures in other places that I ain't even trying to deal with. You know what I'm saying? I like to have the illusion of the fact that I have freedom of speech and, I'm able to, make whatever type of income that I do have and I could deal with whatever woman I want. And if I want to watch porn, I could watch that shit. Or if, whatever the fuck else it is. You know what I'm saying? It's just like when you go to certain places, be like, yeah, this shit look nice, it look pretty. You go to the back, you know what I'm saying? You can't smoke weed over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, you can't smoke weed. You on a resort, you can smoke weed, but shit, you really can't smoke weed because your ass gonna get locked up. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that. Like, women have to have their head covered in certain areas.
You not vacationing as no couple. Like you have to be married. It ain't no you dating.
And you cannot show any public affection. You can go to jail for public affection, like even holding hands. But like they
always be flying out the black strippers over there. I don't understand.
Well, that's because it's on specific resorts.
$10,000, I'ma shit on you, bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna piss on you, bitch.
Gang.
$10,000, I'ma shit on you,
bitch. That's so
nasty. You have to understand.
That is so nasty.
The leaders don't have to follow it.
Of course not.
The rules. So
shit, just like over here. But see, so I say all this shit and we talking about all this shit. So, like, cause I've been saying we trying to sum this shit up for the longest, but we never did.
It's summed up.
We got it. We understood
the point
that
is,
you agree.
it don't matter who the fuck is leading. It's just like what's best for the community or the household or whatever the case is. Because I'm a nigga that personally feel as if like you got to take care of self first. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be worried about everybody else. You can't be worried about what your neighborhood doing. You can't be worried about what your family doing. You can't be worried about black folks, white folks, and none of that shit. It's just about what you doing within your household. You know what I'm saying? And, like, I'm a nigga who, I got 4 kids. You know what I'm saying? I got 4 children. You know what I'm saying? I have 2 biological children. I've been sipping, so excuse me. Y'all know how I do. You know what I'm saying? I got 2 biological children, and I've had 2 stepchildren. You know what I'm saying? And my stepchildren are the oldest, of course. They're 14 and 9, boy and a girl. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, you just got to worry about self. At the end of the day, everybody has to play their part within the community. It don't matter about no fucking leader because, like my nigga Joe, he always say we ain't got no leaders. You know what I'm saying? But I be like, why do black folks need leaders? You know what I'm saying? Who's the white man leader? You don't know who the fuck they leader is.
They make the rules.
You know what I'm saying? They make exactly. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to shit like systemic racism and things of that nature, it's just like, you can't really call it systemic racism just for the simple fact that this country is overran by Europeans, white folks who escaped from wherever the fuck they came from in the first place, and they settled and they created.
So I guess I'm gonna agree with your guy Joe because I guess the point of saying like we don't have leaders is if we don't have a common idea or a common process of which we working towards, then we always gonna feel like, well, it's not that important. White people do make the rules, and they do set rules, set it forth in a way that we will never meet a standard or meet the finish line or meet the goal. That's why it's systemic. Because every time we feel like we right at the point where that we could be considered important or at the level at which they are, they always push the finish line. So if at any point in time we feel like we got life together and control, and it's like, oh, you living a life and you doing okay if you making 50K. Now we know, like, you really not living a life unless you making like 6 figures. And then people get to making 6 figures, and it's not low 6 figures no more. Like, it's not $100,000. Like, you really need to be making $300,000. You know what I'm saying? To have a decent living. You know, like where you feel like all goals are met. You live in a lifestyle that you feel that is, I guess, you want to be accustomed to or you want to have. So yeah, systemic racism do exist. It really does. Like, and what I say is in a matter of the life that we live. It's your health care system where they say black people don't feel pain the way white people do, so they don't give you pain medicine. Ooh. Or they don't give you the same type of pain medicine. It's in your education where they feel like black people are already on a lower educational level than a white person, so that they teach our kids at a lower rate than what they teach their white kids. It's in our judicial system where black men and women are charged at a higher rate than a white man or a white woman for the same type of drugs or the same type of violations. It's there because they already give us I want to say like a further back on the star line and say, well, because they do this, we already know they headed towards this direction. So yeah, we're gonna give them 20 years in jail for whatever, as opposed to a white person who might get just a warning. Mm-hmm. So that's the systemic system that we fighting against, because even with the football players, when they had said that the ones who was trying to get the money from the brain injury, how they had already, how they rated the black players lower because they said mentally that black people wasn't as developed as white players, so therefore they had to meet a higher score than white players in order to even qualify for money that was already rightfully theirs. So that's the systemic that we talk about.
And they don't have, you're right, white people don't have like one white leader. But they all are leaders because they're all in positions of power. Mm-hmm. They are all judges. They are all lawyers. Yep. They are all lawmakers. They are your
executives. They are your
and your VPs and your CEOs and your CFOs and all the leaders of the company and all the marketing managers and
all the marketing that we view and that set the standards in which we feel that we supposed to meet.
Hey, and look, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, we you know what I'm saying? We're probably a little deeper than most of you niggas want to fuck with. You know what I'm saying? But, like, I promise y'all need to hear this shit, and I promise y'all we'll get to some bullshit. So if y'all made it this far,
too, right.
You know, we here. But, like, you know, I'm trying to save some of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's about giving you niggas information. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that shit is way more important than the next gossip website.
We like that too.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we fuck with all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I love that shit. But at the same time, I want motherfuckers to hear that perspective. Like, even if motherfuckers don't listen to this episode, it's still important for, you know, because we black media. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck how many episodes y'all did, how many episodes we did, how many followers y'all got, how many followers we got. It's just the importance of the fact that, you know what I'm saying, like, that's some of the things that do help. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, whenever things were created, it wasn't created with us in mindset. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So, therefore, the only people who could tell our stories is us. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, therefore, it's important for us to talk about all the important shit. I don't give a fuck if a motherfucker don't want to hear it. It's just a point that somebody got to talk about it, because if we don't talk about it, what the fuck else they gonna hear it from?
Yeah, but that's why we here. Like you said, this is exactly why we here, so people can know these the conversations that we should be having.
Yeah,
and
still let motherfuckers know we gonna sit while we talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Like shit,
we
you know.
did our sipping before we came.
Yeah, y'all did y'all sip. Y'all stupid. You know what I'm saying? And no disrespect, y'all should have did it while y'all was here. You know what I'm saying?
We was already a little tipsy on our way here.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate y'all being here for sure.
We glad to be here.
You know, but listen, you know, so at the end of the day, it don't matter who lead. Whoever's best suited and fitted for the job, that's who needs to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know niggas who scared of their wives. You know what I'm saying? I know niggas are scared of their wives. They not finna leave the house. They not finna do nothing.
Why they scared? Like they scared that she about to complain or something?
I mean, shit,
Oh, no,
they just got
like physical.
man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I don't know. I can't tell you because I'm not one of them niggas. And I love my niggas, you know what I'm saying? But niggas is gonna do what they gonna do. And at the end of the day, you know, it's okay to be scared of your woman because you love that woman. And that's just how I feel. It's just like you love that woman. That's why you feel that woman. It's not like you scared of her. It's not like you feel like she gonna beat your ass or nothing.
Right.
It's just like you want her. You love her. You trust her. You know what I'm saying? She run your household. And then, you know, for certain niggas, it's just like you a peon. You know? We just gonna call a spade a spade. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, you know, me personally, I feel like should no woman run your life. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to certain things. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like, y'all got quiet. I heard them sighs and they was silent, but I heard them. It was just like, you know, like,
I'm single, so I can't speak on how people run their households. You know, that's what.
I could just speak on my. I like to be able to be in control. I still want to be an individual, even if I'm sharing my life with you. Mm-hmm. I don't like the idea of the oneness that we are one now. No, I am me, you are you, we are sharing this.
We should
That's
be
how
one.
No.
I disagree.
Look, we be having to have this conversation.
I disagree.
But you're an individual, right?
Hey, I'm gonna make clips of this shit. So, you know, like motherfuckers who ain't want to hear all the other shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make clips so they can hear this shit. But, you know, we are individuals, but at the same time, I don't agree with the shit you saying. So, but go ahead and finish.
I bet you say the same thing just in a different way, because a lot of people don't comprehend it if you say it a certain way. But I just believe that I am myself, you are you, and we are bringing us together to make the life that we have together.
We are one.
But I don't like the one that's like, I am you, you are me, we are one, and we should always be on one accord, and we should always just run in this thing and look like we are, you know, I really don't care about none of that.
Why?
Because really it's the most important part that I think people just only care about is the image. That you look like you're perfect. You look like you're together, and I don't give a damn about what I look like to everybody else.
I mean,
I just want to be
but you talking about from the social media standpoint.
No, she talking about just in general in life. Like when people see you, they already know like y'all life is together. And
I mean, but you only get that from social media though.
No, you get that in real life too. You get that in social settings like churches. You get the the pastor and the wife, they run together as
a family event.
Or a family. Yeah.
Okay. The couple that always dress alike.
Right.
I understand.
Like that thing has been a big thing for a long time.
But you shouldn't give a fuck about that shit.
And that's what I'm saying. No.
Like, you know, one thing I know y'all was talking about, like, y'all talk about, like, you know what I'm saying, niggas, you know what I'm saying, give a fuck about other niggas, and, you know what I'm saying, things of that type of nature, you know what I'm saying, but, no, niggas don't give a fuck about other niggas.
Y'all do.
No.
It might not be you, but a lot of men live their life to impress other men. It just is what it is.
That's why motherfuckers be like, y'all be men bashing and all that shit.
No, but you have men who was like, yeah, I don't really want to get married, but then he the sixth nigga in the group,
and then
everybody in the group married, and now he
and then they scramble to find somebody. I've seen that. I've seen somebody who
Hey, matter of fact,
They
Troy,
group got married.
can we flip flop the episode? You know what I'm saying? Can we flip flop the motherfucker? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because we might have to put this shit
In the
before the
beginning.
beginning shit. Because this the shit that motherfucker. Yeah,
this
you know
this
what I'm
the
saying?
controversy
Yeah.
y'all want. Look. See, I'm a little bit different. I be trying to give y'all the benefit of the doubt, but y'all don't get it most of the time. But the I've seen men get married. I've seen a group of friends all get married, and then the one friend who was single, like literally, he was my partner walking down the aisle. Didn't have no girlfriend or nothing. Then the next month or two, I found out he married to some girl. I said, where'd she come from? Everybody else had got married.
Niggas be had bitches.
No, everybody else had got
But my
married.
thing is, and then and why were you having her? And
Man,
then
niggas
you
is
got
weird.
you exactly. And then
weird.
and then you get the man who be like, I don't believe in marriage and da 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 da.
I'm one of them.
But then next thing you know, the nigga married, and you be like, because your homies convinced you were married.
I mean, but see, that's not a bad thing either.
It's
because
not. It's not bad.
but
Because,
my
like,
thing
homie
is,
done got married, and then now he done told his other homies, like, man, bro, ever since I done got married, shit been good. I swear to God, nigga, this
But
shit
we not
shit.
saying y'all doing things for y'all friend is always bad. It's not always bad. It's not, to be truthful, it's not neither good nor bad. But the truth is y'all don't be, not y'all, because you said it's not true. Most men do not be living for themselves. Like, they live to see what they friend gonna say. Like, you're not going to go get you the big bitch. Even though you love the big bitches, you love them, you fuck on them, you be around them.
even you
you're
love
not
that
gonna
one
get,
big bitch.
right.
Like, you won't marry her because she a big girl.
She big, and if you bring her around, all
But
your
them not
friends.
men, though.
But I'm just saying that's the life. What we
I'm
noticing
finna let you know right now, I love all bitches.
I'm telling you.
I love them big, tall, small.
See, but
big,
that,
thick, red bone, all
but
that
I'm
shit. I
telling
love
you,
them all.
I'm telling you, if all of I'm trying to tell a story without telling them, but I know a person who was like the only professional athlete who married a black woman. Only one in his crew. Only one.
Can't be the only one. It's
I said in his crew.
Okay,
in his crew.
okay, all right,
In
I'm
his
sorry.
crew. Only one in his crew. All the other ones had white bitches, and it was just like I ain't gonna say how he was made to feel, but it was just like, wow, I'm shocked that you married to a black woman. Wow, I'm shocked. And it's like, damn, you gonna keep questioning this man's choice in a black woman, and he's black, but you're not questioning the black man who with the white women. Like, that shit weird.
I mean, because it's stigmas. You know what I'm saying? There's stigmas out here. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's stigmas and stereotypes and all the other
but then
good
that's
shit.
also so when we say that some men make their decisions by other men, that is actually a truth to them.
But
Because
it
of
might
the
not even
stigmas,
be by
because-
other men. It might just be by society and
I mean, so the society is all professional athletes got to be married to a white woman.
it might just be
And who
because
made that? Who made that up?
Not the black community.
Not I ain't even gonna say the white women.
I mean, it might be because, like, shit, some of these niggas who do become, professional athletes, they live in a community where they're amongst white folks.
Oh, come on.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like a nigga.
So you talking
a
about
nigga, for example, Zion Williams. You know what I'm saying? He played for the New Orleans Pelicans. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you watch some of his high school games, it ain't shit but white folks in this crowd.
I understand by proximity.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. It's just like majority of the
But
niggas.
also, wasn't he adopted by a white family too?
Okay, you know what I'm saying?
So then
therefore,
that's a different circumstance. So
Yeah,
when we
but
talk about a
see,
black man who was raised, even if he was raised
what
in a
black
white,
man though?
most of the black men,
Who is most of the black men?
most of the black athletes who married to white women, they were
It's a lot
raised
of
by
black-
their black family, even though they probably were raised in a predominantly white neighborhood.
But they
still
probably
had
went to
family.
white colleges.
It don't matter.
That make the difference.
It don't matter.
Like,
I'm
y'all
sure
went to
some-
HBCUs. Y'all went to Jackson State, right?
Yeah.
Y'all went to Jackson, right? Because I told y'all I'd be listening. You know what I'm saying? Y'all went to Jackson. Y'all went to HBCU. You know what I'm saying? Most of these niggas go to motherfucking Duke. They go to well, the fuck the other shit is. You know what I'm saying? And they're amongst other white folks. You know what I'm saying? So like. It's way more.
So I was raised by a black woman. I grew up in a black neighborhood. I went to a black HBCU. When I graduated, I lived in Minnesota.
It get cold like Minnesota.
I was the only black girl in every department I was in.
Mm.
Tell me, and that was by my circumstance. I was around a whole bunch of white people in neighborhoods. My neighbors were white. Ask me why I didn't get a white man? How come I have never dated a white man?
Because you never chose to date a white man.
Ding ding. Choice.
Yeah. Motherfucker thought they stumped me.
I'm just saying, it's not the stump you.
But see, the thing is, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that goes to the point of women have choice. Men
don't have choice?
No, look, men date who they can. Women date who they want.
Oh, my God.
Hold on. Like, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's certain niggas that black women won't date. You know what I'm saying? It's like a nigga like Childish Gambino. You know what I'm saying? Like when motherfuckers found
everybody try to use him
like
as an excuse.
No, he's not the only nigga that I'm finna use as an example. Like Childish Gambino, you know what I'm saying? I can tell you right now, if Childish Gambino was a nigga that stayed in the hundreds, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no black woman dealing with him.
That's in his proximity. I mean, now we got social media. You got all types of ways where you can
now
meet.
Let's get to preference. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a such thing called preference.
True.
And
you know what I'm saying? Now, let me ask y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me ask y'all, personally, what type of niggas would y'all deal with?
Black men only.
Right.
Okay, no.
Available.
Besides that, you know what I'm saying? Like,
no,
do y'all have a type of man that y'all would deal with?
I'm open to most people. Like I said, for me, I need you to be able to hold a conversation. Intellectually, we have to be able to talk. Mm-hmm. If you can't talk, then what are we doing? Because I've been around guys who always say like, they be around women and they be like, dang, you know, a lot of women don't talk like you. It's because I'm trying to have a conversation.
Right.
What do you be doing? Like, I'm trying to talk to get to know you. So you got to be kind of intellectual for me. And beyond that, it ain't no other type.
So you consider yourself more like a sapiosexual type?
I ain't even going to say sapiosexual.
I mean, but a sapiosexual is more who's into the intellectual type shit.
I like the conversation, but I mean, you still got to be able to get up and go out and
what
do
you mean?
Things.
I thought you was talking about something to get up.
Yes, get up too. Right. Get up too. That is a must. You're not gonna be known for show.
Right.
But seriously, like I deal with a lot of people like, oh, you know, I'm a hood nigga. I don't go nowhere. What?
Why?
Why?
Because he a hood nigga. He told you exactly what he was.
And that's okay.
That's okay for you, but that's a no for me. But
you can't be no felon either because I need you to have your passport. So my list is simple.
Yeah. What about Miss Sasha?
I'm more into like personality. I gotta like you as a person, and I want to like you outside of me. I don't want you to put on a show for me to like you. I want to like you like, hey, that's a dope ass nigga right there. Like, I want to be attached to whatever he's doing. So then that's in character, that's in personality, that's in how he present himself to the world, what he want to do for himself, how he is happy amongst himself. And that's kind of like hard to find and talk to niggas. Niggas don't want to be talking about that. They want to talk about everything you like so they can impress you and get what they want. And then, you know, dive off into being who.
And then complain that you are the reason why they can't do nothing else that they want to do because now they do everything that you want to do.
And we definitely going to have to flip-flop this shit. We're going to definitely have to flip-flop this episode. Because, like, I know one of y'all things that y'all like to talk about is the fact that y'all want a nigga that's respected.
Yes.
That would be nice.
1,000%.
Explain that to me. What do y'all mean when y'all be like, y'all want a nigga that's respected no matter...
For me, you got it's the way you carry yourself. Like, you literally have to come in the room... Or not necessarily in the room, but when people see you, they know you're not on no dummy. They know you're not playing. Like, you are a man of your word. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody see you and be like, man, this fool a liar. He a thief. He do this. He do that. Like literally, he come in and people be like, oh yeah, he decent. He a good guy. I really fuck with him. Like that's the type of person I want.
And that goes back down to the character where I see him like I want to be attached to that, because as a woman or even anybody who that they want to love, in that you want to be able to feel good about taking care of them. So if I know he's a man of character and everybody around him, not him just saying
he a good guy,
I'm a good guy, I'm a good guy.
People literally vouching, saying that he a good guy.
Saying like, hey, that dude right there is somebody that I will always fuck with. I will always look out for. Right there, I would never have a problem with. You made my nigga food wrong. Get it together, ma'am. He ordered chicken. You gave him steak.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't got to worry about that because you standing on solid ground.
Right.
Right. And I feel like y'all got a problem with niggas asking, what do y'all bring to the table?
We already said that. If you ask this question,
I'm gonna ask it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't bring nothing.
Like, cause you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I feel like women do need to bring shit to the table.
I don't bring
I'm
nothing to the table.
Why we have a problem?
You know what I'm saying?
With it.
What's the problem with it?
The problem is that it always seems to be a ploy to get the information from a woman and make whatever they give you
not enough, so that you can feel like shit. They really, when I've seen men ask this question on social media and everything, it's a ploy to tell you still need a man and that you need to stop being all who
of this
you are and
confident,
bring yourself down and
realize
fit in this box.
And Troy, she the one that get blocked on Facebook and shit all the time. Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie. She remind me of your sister China, bro. She remind me of China. I know you.
She can,
but she remind me of China, bro.
She go to jail.
You know what I'm saying?
She go to Facebook jail.
She remind me of
jail right now.
See, I just got out of 30 days. You know, a nigga 30 free. Days. Got my shoe strings and shit.
It's hard.
Hey, this nigga on Facebook jail right now.
I told her she need a backup page.
Hey, we gonna flip all this shit, but like my nigga Troy, he's an asshole. It's my nigga. I swear to God, I love this nigga to death. You know what I'm saying? He's my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a nigga that's gonna keep that shit real. He gonna keep that shit 100, whether you fuck with it, you know, or not. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, we need people like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I know on some of y'all episodes, y'all be a little bit y'all not really apologetic, but y'all be kind of apologetic because y'all feel like, motherfuckers feel like y'all finna man bad.
I do apologize. That be me. I be like, look, y'all.
And I'm not sure if y'all familiar with what we be doing, but it's just the point of, like, we did, like, our longest episode was like 4 hours.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? And we had this nigga.
I saw was an hour and 48 minutes.
I seen 150.
Nah, the longest we done did was like 3 hours and 57 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And that's after editing. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we had this nigga, Javon, Aggressive Church, you know what I'm saying? Shout that nigga out, you know what I'm saying, from North Carolina on this motherfucker. And, like, we was just talking. And, like, a lot of females said they didn't fuck with it because they felt like he was women bashing. You know what I'm saying? But it's just a point, like, I don't feel like nothing is women or man bashing.
It's holding people accountable.
Yes, you know what I'm saying, indeed. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I'm going to say about that. But it's the point that shit is needed, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, one of the biggest things that I done heard maybe about 2 or 3 episodes of y'all, maybe more, is about accountability. And, you know what I'm saying, one of our episodes was actually entitled Accountability. And it's just like, you know, like, you got to hold motherfuckers accountable for their actions. I don't give a fuck who they is, man, woman, or child. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, all that shit is needed. So, no, you're not woman bashing, you're not man bashing, or none of that shit. It's just the point that you're saying the things that are important, and motherfucker, a hit dog will holler.
And that's what
we say. And that's what I always say. A hit dog is going to holler. If it don't apply, let it fly. And people, and I hate giving disclaimers because people understand this. When you say women, you tend to talk about them in a general sense, not all women or not all men. When you say men, it's like in general, that's the consensus. We know that there are some exceptions to the rule.
We know some outliers.
Right, but the outlier is 1% of the 99. Okay, so.
But see, that's why I feel like motherfuckers feel that way, because that's why I feel like a conversation can never actually really be had, because when people do actually sit down and have a conversation, they're arguing from the standpoint of their position.
Not them. Yeah.
From their position. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know, if you're a woman and you're talking to a man, you're going to, like, matter of fact, I'm going to use me as an example. Matter of fact, bro, since you got the Javon episode up right now, go back to like 16 minutes of that shit when that nigga was talking about women being whores. Like, bring that shit up. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, don't bring it up right now. Wait a second. Let me get this shit off right now, because I feel like I'm on fire. I don't even know. But I forgot my point. Damn, shit. Like, but I'm trying to remember. It's just like when you talking to motherfuckers, it's just like you're not actually having a conversation with a person, because, like, by me being a man and you being a woman, you're going to stick up for women before you do for men.
No, we know some trifling women out here.
Like, I'm finna give you an example. I'm finna use myself as an example. Like, shit, I don't even know what the fuck the shit was, but, like, me and my girl, we was in the crib, and, like, she was playing me some shit from TikTok from some white woman who was talking about being a stay-at-home mom. You know what I'm saying? And she got mad at me because I have an opinion about being a stay-at-home mom.
What, you think it's not hard work?
You know, like, I feel like being a stay-at-home mom is work. I don't feel like it's hard work. I feel like it's work. You know what I'm saying? Because work is work. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't minimize or I don't maximize work. You know what I'm saying? Whatever a person feel like is work. Like,
so
me,
do you think it's any hard jobs?
Yeah, they are hard jobs.
Okay.
But I feel like a stay-at-home mom ain't harder than my job. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not no corporate nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm not no nigga who sit up in a cubicle. You know what I'm saying? And none of that shit. Like, I actually work. Like, it been raining for, I'm a fucking mail carrier. You know what I'm saying? Like, it been raining for the last 2 days. You know what I'm saying? And then it was raining Saturday and Sunday last week. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here in the element. You know what I'm saying? I feel like my job is something that a lot of people can't handle. It's a lot of things that people wouldn't do when it comes to what I do for a living. You know what I'm saying? I make an honest living. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I earned it okay. You know what I'm saying? I make a decent living. You know what I'm saying? We just going to leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? But it's just a point, like, I feel as if, like, a motherfucker who don't do certain type of things, it's just like, it don't compare to what it is that I do, but I don't minimize what it is that the next person does. So, therefore, it's just like, if you telling me, like, you sitting in the house all day, you know, and then I feel like it's different separations when it comes to that title. You know, because you could be a stay-at-home mom, but your kids go to daycare. Or you could be a stay-at-home mom and your kids go to school. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you a stay-at-home mom, but see, like, we ain't even go all that.
No, I mean, I'm with you because I've been on both sides. Like, I've worked a strenuous job. I worked 12-hour shifts at a factory. Mm-hmm. So I was a machine handler. So, I'm with you. And I've been a stay-at-home mom, so I'm listening.
Yeah, but, you know, like, I was telling her, like, I don't want to hear that shit just for the simple fact that I feel like a stay-at-home mom don't compare to a single mother. Mm-hmm. That's what I felt like. It's just like, I don't give a fuck about no stay-at-home moms because, like, once again, I was raised by a single mother. You know what I'm saying? Like, before I got with the girl that I'm with now, she was a single mother, and it's just like a stay-at-home mom. That means you have somebody that's taking care of whatever the fuck that needs to be taken care of.
Right. The financial.
A single mother don't have that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, a single mother got to get up here and get on their ass and grind and do whatever the fuck they got to do and, you know, whatever else and, the bottom line is the bottom line, and they ain't got time or no in between. They can't even complain, even though they complain. But, you know what I'm saying, if you complain as a single parent, I understand that more than a stay-at-home mom. It's just like, especially if your children get up and go somewhere every day.
So
I don't want to hear that shit.
did you ask her, like, what she found, what was the problem? Like, was she bored? Like, was she feeling overwhelmed?
No, I'm going to tell you what the problem was. You know what I'm saying? It's the point that I'm a man talking about women issues. That's what the argument was. You're not a woman. You don't know what it is to be a woman. So how can you talk about women issues?
And you could have just easily ended this. You are correct. So what is it you would like to be done?
But that's where I feel where most arguments come from. You know what I'm saying? It's the point that people just like to argue because they take sides. It's just like, if you two, matter of fact, I ain't gonna say if you two, both of you all are women. So therefore, for some niggas, it might be like, if y'all talking about niggas ain't shit, niggas, matter of fact, Doja Cat got a song called Niggas Ain't Shit. And I like that song myself, I ain't gonna lie. Niggas ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's just a point that if y'all talking about niggas ain't shit,
nobody gonna be
that's gonna be the general consensus when it come to that. You know what I'm saying? That niggas ain't shit. That's what the general consensus is now in general. You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like, when women gather together and they motherfucking sharing their data when they come to me, and they'll be like, this nigga do this, and this nigga do that, and this nigga do this, and you know what? That nigga did that to me, and you know what I'm saying, whoop de whoop, and blase blase, and whatever the fuck else the case might be. It's just like, you can't do that.
Okay, so
she ready. Sasha is ready. Go ahead.
But I think
Tamara finna load up too.
No. I be trying to give my benefit of the doubt, and I hear what you're saying, and I'm not saying I totally agree with her, but what I do see that may be a possible issue, as you said, you're not trying to minimize, but then you also minimized by saying hers is less hard than the single mother.
It is.
But that is minimizing. So you cannot say I'm not.
Because there's no such thing as equality. That's why.
Well, okay, but you can't say, the issue is you're saying you're not doing something while doing something. That's just like.
Did I say that?
Yeah, you said I'm not trying to minimize. But then you minimize. So that's just like, I'm not cheating, but it's a bitch in my bed naked. Like, you can't.
Yeah,
you can't.
Because I like naked bitches. But
also, like, so I worked in retail before while I was in college, and then now I got an office desk. Mm-hmm. I hated the retail because you had to sell things and try to meet quotas that really people didn't want, so you try to force it up on them. I didn't like that. But now I work an office desk, and people may say it's not physically straining because you say you out in the elements, but it's mentally fucking draining talking to tons of people. And I'm not saying that I hate them or nothing, but I'm talking to people in Bangalore, India, and I'm talking to people in Texas, and I'm talking to people in Chicago, and you're trying to also be kind, and you're talking to white people, you're talking to Asian people, so you have to deal with language, you have to deal with personality types, and then you have to deal with the culture of working in a corporation, and you got to put on you got to code switch to your nice, friendly white voice, like you don't like that. But also, and then you say, my job is not hard, but
it's taxing.
It's still taxing. So you can't. I would hate for my partner to tell me that because he thinks my job is easier and he's never been there, while I'm saying it's hard and it's draining, instead of saying, I understand that might be an issue for you. How can we make it better?
Right. What is it you want? Like, what are you looking for? Like, what do you need from me?
And I'm not the woman who just complain just to want to hear a pat on the back. I'm not that woman. So, like, I don't say, like, if I'm having a hard day, I talk about the person who irritated my soul and how can I check this motherfucker. And I don't have to talk to it with my partner all the time, but I know there are women who like to get it off their chest.
Right.
I have friends who do that.
All
and that's
women
fine.
want to get it off their chest.
A lot of us hold on to some shit.
I don't talk.
But you all right.
And,
You know what I'm
but
saying?
Yeah,
but
and not all women have to just talk it out what they
women
got.
can't
Like
hold it on their
you
chest.
you can ask any guy that I talk to. He never heard anything about who pissed me off at work. Never. Because as soon as I leave that motherfucker, I don't think about that bitch. That job is right there where it was. I will deal with that when I get back. Because I just really don't put too much in it. But other women do. And some men have to be with women who do that.
But I'm gonna tell you this.
Sorry to you.
I'm gonna tell you this, and again, I'm not gonna get back on that you did minimize her, but
Who minimize who?
you minimized her struggle, what she felt was important to her.
I
Because
didn't minimize.
you told her that what she going through ain't as hard as. So
What she going through? She not.
it's important to her.
Do
though.
you have children?
I do.
I don't.
Okay.
two.
So what did I minimize?
It's hard work being a single parent. Well,
She
or a
don't have
stay-at-home
children,
parent,
so
too.
she's not a single parent.
Well, I'm talking about you. It's hard work being a stay-at-home parent. It is.
So you're a stay-at-home parent, even
She don't
though,
have no.
I don't have children.
She don't have no kids.
so
I'm
you're
talking about
raising
you.
somebody else's
I'm
children.
talking about you and your girl.
No, like me and
Yeah.
matter of fact, let's get into that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna dig with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's do that.
I'm just saying, like it is hard work, but what I challenge you to do is ask her, what does she want to do? Like, if we take care of the kids, now you not staying home. Do you want to get a job? Like, challenge her. Ask her what she want to do.
What's so?
Like, I challenge
what's so
her
hard?
about it.
But even not that. Finding out what's so hard about it.
Yeah. Why are you feeling so overwhelmed?
Like, right.
Yeah.
Because if
Who
it's the,
feels overwhelmed?
Your girl, you said it's hard work. She said it was hard work staying at home, right?
No. See, you're not listening. You failing right now. You know what I'm saying?
I
Because
heard
I
you
never
said
said
that she said
anything
it was
about
hard
my
work.
girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I was talking about her talking about a white woman that she was listening to on TikTok.
So we thought that she was showing you the video because she
No,
agreed with it.
Yeah.
Because
That's
like
what was
my
the-
girl, she's not a stay-at-home mother.
Oh, so that's
so
what
she was defending a white woman.
Yes, you know what I'm saying? Like the reason that I see y'all
We
kind of
missed
proved
it
my
'cause-
point.
No,
you know
you
what I'm
said-
saying?
you
No,
said
y'all
she
missed it because I'm a nigga talking shit about women business.
No,
That's
you
not-
said
you said she showed us a video and then y'all
about a
got
white
into
woman
it.
and y'all
Like
got
she
into it,
showed
I'm like-
me a video about a white woman who was talking about being a stay-at-home mom. And you know what I'm saying, whatever type of, pitfalls or whatever type
Right.
of issues that
All
she
right.
has when it comes to being a stay-at-home parent.
See, and what I understood it was that she related to it. Like that's why she was showing it to you. So I do apologize.
She related to it because she's a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like she related to it because she was a woman and she understand women. And she understand what women go through. And you know what I'm saying? It's just the fact that she got triggered because I'm a male talking about women business.
Oh, so she.
You know what I'm saying?
she
Like
was
that was
mad
the
'cause you
whole
didn't
point.
understand
Like,
it.
you know what I'm
See,
saying?
we
Like
didn't
she
get
telling
that.
me like what, like she didn't exactly say this to me, but it's just like, you're not a woman. So how the fuck can you talk about women issues when you're not a woman?
Man, everybody can have an opinion. You know they say.
But like these are the type of conversations that me and my girl have sometimes, and sometimes she get triggered. And like I told her ass, and baby, I don't mean to tell your business, but fuck it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like,
No.
nigga, I told her ass, like, how the fuck you gonna get mad at me about some shit? You don't even know this bitch.
It's okay.
You don't even know this bitch.
Some people are passionate.
No. Yes.
No, you
some people are
passionate
passionate.
about the wrong shit.
No, but sometimes. But
And
I
then
think,
some people sympathize and some people
Empathize,
empathize
right.
because they've been there before. So I do understand, but
And
I still
also,
that
and
wouldn't.
Also, you can probably relate because you have people that you know who have been through it and didn't have a good experience. Because I
And I
talk
get
about
it.
single motherhood. I talk about child support. I ain't got nan kid.
But you got nephews.
I have nephews, and I am a product of a single parent household.
Because your mama a gangster.
She sure is. Ain't nothing like Boss Queen.
You know what I'm saying? I don't even know her, but shit, motherfucker would let it be known. Mama, OG a gangster.
She
but
sure is.
I see it from a different end, and I see it in perspective to family, friends, and all of that. So I'm passionate about it too because, you know, they hurt and stuff, and that affects me.
Yes.
I'm indirectly affected.
But see, like, let me go ahead and wrap all this shit up. When it come to that point, it's just like I told her, you gonna sit up here and get mad at me and argue with me about a bitch that ain't got shit to do with you. You ain't got shit to do with this situation. So you mad at me because I'm stating my opinion about it, and then I'm stating an opinion about your situation versus her situation, you know, which is, I'm like, I don't give a fuck what a stay-at-home mother got to say. It's the point that you have somebody that's helping you. A single mother ain't got no help. She ain't got no help.
Right.
I don't give a fuck. Like, even if you be like, well, she got her mama, she got her motherfucking brother,
But
whatever the case is.
it's
Like,
still
no,
a difference.
you ain't got no help.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no motherfucking help. You know what I'm saying? Like, a stay-at-home mom is not the same as a single mother, because a stay-at-home mom get to stay at home. She ain't got to do shit. She ain't got to go to work. Motherfucking single motherfucking mother got to go to work.
I agree with you. I think it's very different from a single mother to a stay-at-home mother. But I cannot say a stay-at-home mother does not have struggle.
Yeah.
No, like a stay-at-home mother does have struggle, but what I'm saying is,
It's in
no,
comparison.
like,
It's
don't
not
no
equal.
woman compare to a single parent.
Yeah. But I guess back to your point, how you were saying that, like, sometimes conversations can be had because people can't hear from the opposite sex. I don't think that's true. Like, we can, I think in your instance, maybe she was triggered. We don't know. Maybe you triggered her. But sometimes, like, we can hear,
you know what I'm saying?
like,
And maybe it wasn't even about the story. Maybe it was just how you said it or your demeanor or something. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's just like, if y'all talking about men and men get triggered, they only getting triggered because it's women talking about men issues. And ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers don't really be hearing what's being said.
But there's a difference between talking about our experience with men versus men issues.
Yeah.
Because we don't talk about prostate and colon cancer and all that. That's men issues.
But y'all can talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
But we wouldn't have
day,
anything of value to add. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. But we can also talk about how we are affected by men's choices, and that's our experience.
Y'all could see, the thing is, people can talk about whatever the fuck they want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, when you talking with truth, none of that other shit matter. Because, like, y'all could talk about men getting a prostate check because it's the truth. You need to get your prostate checked. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know, like, look, I'm 37. I'm in my second relationship within my 20 to my, in between my 20s and my 40s. You know what I'm saying? I'm 37. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, okay, like, my first relationship prior to the relationship I'm in now, I was with her for 10 years. You know what I'm saying?
You like monogamy.
Huh?
You like monogamy.
I like whatever the fuck I like at this particular time. Like, it don't have to be monogamy. It could be funogamy. It could be dumb monogamy. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. I like what I like. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, it's just like, I was with somebody for 10 years. You know what I'm saying? The reason our relationship didn't work out is because she was more on some marriage shit. I wasn't with that shit. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't with that shit at all. You know what I'm saying? It's just for the simple fact that, like, I always felt like I wanted to have kids by the time I was 25. You know what I'm saying? The 25 came and went, and it's just like, you know, you steady talking about this marriage shit. I feel like it's pointless to get married and I don't have children. Why would I get married and I don't have a family?
What?
Yeah, it's no point.
What?
It's no point.
And see, a woman would be like,
I'm not giving you no child without no ring.
Without
but see, like, you know, we living in modern society. Like, motherfuckers is fucking.
But that's a choice still.
But like
some of them
motherfuckers
babies
is fucking,
ain't making
you know what I'm
it.
saying? Like, you know, some of them babies don't make it.
Some of them babies ain't gonna make
but
it.
look, like, you know what I'm saying?
110 ways to skin a cat, man.
Like, you know, like, I don't know what most people's situations be, but it's just like sometimes certain situations ain't made for certain reasons or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like, shit, motherfuckers don't, like, look, in the black, and we ain't even gonna say black community, just in general, when people start fucking with each other and they claim, you my boyfriend, you my girlfriend, y'all fucking raw. At the end of the day, y'all fucking raw. Everybody ain't pulling out all the time. Everybody ain't busting on the face, busting on the chest, and none of that shit, busting on the booty. You know what I'm saying? You gonna bust in that pussy. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you me. You know what I'm saying?
He
like,
said especially if you.
I'm not pulling out. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, if, you know what I'm saying, I'm not cheating on my girl, but even if I cheat on my girl, I'm not pulling out.
Oh, Lord.
Bitch, you better get a plan B. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not doing none of that shit.
Well, you need to get a vasectomy, sir. Like,
And I
you
thought
can't-
about that.
Yeah.
I thought about that. You know
Don't
what I'm saying?
be giving
And
your
I
seed
went with
to
that.
everybody.
Because then she takes your seed and then she reproduces with it, and then she's the
shit
baby
ass.
mama
Right.
from hell. And then now she's the terrible person.
But see, I
And they
could
like,
deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no such thing as
You
no.
say that, and you say that
No,
till
ain't
child
no
support
such
comes,
thing.
make your
Child
life a
support
living
ain't
hell.
shit. That's part of life. You know what I'm saying? Child support ain't shit. That's part of life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
She won't let
like,
you see
I
your
don't,
baby.
I'm like,
She need
shit,
she
bitch,
need-
I don't give a fuck.
she
You doing
need-
me a favor.
She need. Oh wow.
You doing me a favor. You know what I'm saying? It's just like at the
all
end
your
of the day.
kids can't see each other. She don't want.
You don't
Okay,
care.
that's
They
your
be
fault.
dating when they in high
You know
school.
what?
It's okay.
You know, at the end of the day, you
Poor
know what I'm saying?
kids.
Because, like, I'm finna put it like this.
Poor
I'm not
kids.
no ain't shit ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm not no nigga that ain't shit because, like, you know, one thing I feel like I do feel like I'm blessed with having is the fact that I did have a mother that raised me. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mother always raised me to the point where it was just like, if you take that woman out, you make sure she get back home. I don't give a fuck what she did to you, how she made you feel. You know what I'm saying? If you take her out, you make sure she get back home, even though I ain't always do that. So we
I'm about to
just
say,
gonna put
did
that
you
out.
ever ask your mother why she made like a rule? Like what
because
she
she's a
experienced?
woman, you know what I'm
But
saying?
she
Raising
experienced
boys.
something too.
You know, I mean, yeah, that might be the case.
Yeah.
But see, I don't question that because I ain't gonna disrespect my mama like that. No. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gotta, you know, what's understood don't need to be explained.
No, I mean, I know it's a level of respect, but like, do y'all ever? I'd just be wondering, do men ever take the time and ask their mom, like, what's some of the things that they've experienced, like dating, or you know, or is it nothing you care to know?
Yeah, my mother, she tell me how I was growing up, but see, like, it's certain things that, like I said, what's understood don't need to be explained.
Yeah.
Because, like, I grew up with my mama.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like I saw what she went through. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that I remember, you know what I'm saying, where I was like, look, ma, it's a situation like this, you know what I'm saying, then I could whoop-de-whoop, you know what I'm saying, and we could do this, and I made her cry. You know what I'm saying? Because it shouldn't have been that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, in my OG, she a motherfucker who worked 2 and motherfucking 3 jobs. Like, she a motherfucking nurse. You know what I'm saying? Like matter of fact, when she graduated from motherfucking Kennedy, no, not Kennedy, but Kendall or whatever the fuck that shit is over there on Halstead, right off Division and whatever the fuck else it is. You know what I'm saying? She was pregnant with me. You know what I'm saying? And like my OG, she held her own weight. You know what I'm saying? She did what she did. She come for the projects, you know what I'm saying? And like she ain't never want us to be a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying? And I know you come from the same pedigree.
I'm about to
you know
say,
what I'm
you
saying?
know, we
Yeah,
multiple
you know what I'm
jobs.
saying? Like, I ain't gonna lie, I used to have a crush on your mama. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Miss Robinson, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't out there. You know, her and Demetrius, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't finna stun on that. You know what I'm saying?
But you know,
Like,
that's the lifestyle that they live. They work 2,
You know.
3 jobs. My mom, she put herself through school, you know.
and
Same
OG was
thing.
just at the crib too on the
Yeah.
4th, you know what I'm saying? She came through, you know what I'm saying?
You know, she
But-
gonna pull up on your mama all the time.
Yeah,
Even when
you
she
know
don't
what
wanna
I'm
be
saying?
bothered.
Yeah, cause like I remember when, you know what I'm saying, your sister and your brother, y'all used to be at the crib. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, It's just a point, like, shit, you know, I know what it is for women to make a sacrifice.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, my OG always taught me how to respect women. You know what I'm saying? Like, my only gripe when it came to that was, my mama never taught me how to treat these hoes. That's my only issue. Never taught me how to treat these hoes. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you know, me trying to do what it was that my mama taught me how to do. You know, that, you know, I don't give a fuck what she do. You always bring her back home. But it's just like, mama, what if I don't want to take that bitch home?
Like, this don't
That
apply.
bitch don't piss me off.
This
I wanna,
don't apply to her.
like, what if I want to slap this bitch? Like, you know what I'm saying? What I do then? You know what I'm saying? Just make sure she get home, okay?
And then leave that bitch where she is.
Right.
You know, and then, like, so, you know, like, you know, I had, you know, I didn't have my father, you know, and I'm only saying this because I'm talking to y'all two women. So therefore, it's just like, you know, my grandfather, he died when I was 17, you know, no, yeah, he died when I was 17 because I caught my first case. Well, I caught my only case when I was 17. No, I caught my only case when I was 18. You know what I'm saying? That happened in August. Like, I'm a Gemini. So June 3rd.
Jesus.
Yeah, June 3rd. That's my birthday. You know what I'm saying? I caught my first case in August. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, you know, like my grandfather, he told me before he died, man, bro, get your GED. Because, you know, I went to high school. I was a good student. I was smart as fuck. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't fuck with school. So therefore, you know, like my senior year in January, I dropped out of high school. Because I ain't give a fuck about that shit.
In January, damn.
Yeah. You know, I could still graduated on time, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I was on other shit, you know, because I had a job, I was working, I had a car, you know
So
what
it
I'm
just
saying?
didn't make no sense.
Yeah, it's just like I'm getting some money, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm making a little bit of money on the side and all that other type of shit. Like, I ain't give a fuck about no college type shit and none of that shit, you know what I'm saying? I was doing me. And I was enjoying my life. And, you know, so, you know, back on my OG, it's just like, you know, she just always taught me how to treat women.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I always felt like she was teaching me how to treat women because that's how she wants to be treated.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So therefore, I always respected that. You know what I'm saying? But then when it got to the point of when I'm dealing with certain type of females and I got my heart broke, it was just like, damn. Fuck these bitches.
They ain't prepare you for them. Well, I think it's the same thing for us too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, we don't have no man to tell us how to deal with other men. And then that way, when we get around dog ass niggas, we be lost and confused as to why they are who they are.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's I think that's the only difference. Like we get told, you know, how to be around men, but we don't get told or be prepped or prepared for.
We are taught how to protect ourselves from the possible threats of men.
Right.
But when it comes to like decent men, there is no training on to how to be around them or how to show appreciation. And I think that is one, because we don't have decent men around us, and then two, it's just there's no focus on that.
It's not there.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? That with all that being said, you know, it's just like everybody teaches people how to treat women. Nobody ever stops to take the time to treat men.
But you got to still think about it. A woman can tell you how to treat a woman, right? Mm-hmm. Where's the men to teach the women how to treat a man?
I mean, but women can also teach women, or they could teach men how to treat men based off experience.
And they try.
No. I'm finna stop you right there, because nobody teaches nobody how to treat a man.
I think that's a lie.
No,
I think that's a lie. I've been taught plenty of times.
Nobody teaches anybody.
Yeah, that's a
how
lie.
to treat
like
a
we
man.
get told, like we gotta make plates for them. We gotta
no.
That's
not how to treat a man.
That's how
you know
we
what
get
I'm saying?
taught.
All right, you know what? Matter of fact, let's just jump straight into it. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, we've been talking for a while. You know what I'm saying? We gonna have to wrap this shit up in a minute because we've been talking for a little while. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know one of y'all questions be like, what do men want from a woman? You know what I'm saying? Or what, you know, do women need to bring from a table? You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? And I'm finna put this shit out here right now. You know what I'm saying? A lot of women don't know how to confide in a man. You know what I'm saying?
Is this a relationship type, or you just
we just talking in general? You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, if you have a man and you're dealing with him and he's telling you, you know, his stories or whatever the case may be, you know, some women don't know how to keep those secrets to themselves. You know what I'm saying? It don't mean that you're sharing it with somebody else or anything of that nature. It's just a point. Like, if I'm sitting up here and I'm telling you my lowest of my lows,
you don't want to be brought up again.
Exactly.
And thrown in your face. But
women will throw that shit in a motherfucking face. It's just like, that's why you fucked up now, because your mama was a crack hoe and she smoked weed and she smoked crack with your daddy, but she was really fucking your uncle and you might be that nigga. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, motherfucker,
nothing
like,
to women. Like, remember you said how when we talk to each other, we have to remember that we not talking specifically. Like, you could say some women, because not every, I know it's some women who will try to hurt you regardless who you are. Like, I know it's a woman now who, when she speak to me or what she say to me, she gonna come hard and low below the belt every time, because that's just what she does. Whether I'm a man or a woman, when she trying to get to you, she about to come for you hard. That it's not necessarily just because you're a man. It's just that's how that person know how to fight. They know how to fight dirty. Like, they gonna throw it back in your face just like that. And there's some men like that too. Like, that's why you fat now, bitch. You ain't got no, you know, like, that's just what them people. I don't think you can always relate it to a woman, or all women do that. Like, I think sometimes we have to just realize some people are just that. They like to hit low and they like to be aggressive and be mean and nasty in how they handle and retaliate or bring things back to you. Like, that's just who they are.
But I will say that I've heard and seen women do that way more than men.
Women do that, period.
I'm about to say men not gonna.
And they do this, and not in that way. I've seen it done in a way, like, once they break up with the man, they'll say, like, don't do it. That's why I had to clean the shit out your drawers. And I always say, that's so
why you
weird.
eat ass, nigga.
Right. It's so weird for a woman, and I always say it's a reflection of you. If do you not realize this? And me,
because it was and this man do it as you, like, bitch, you stinking, and
like,
your pussy stinking, and be like, bro, men, you was fucking on her a minute ago too.
Right, and just like the woman who was like, you know, I always had to clean shit out your drawers, but you was with a nigga that you had cleaned the shit out his drawers. What type of bitch is you?
Same thing.
Your ass, I had to do this and I had to do that and I had to do that, and like, bitch, why did you have to do that? Do you know you look like the goofy and you are putting your stupidness on display for the other men to take advantage of that same thing?
What you willing to tolerate.
Right. And so I've seen women do it way more than men. But men do it.
Women do it way more than men.
Yeah. Because they try to hit below the belt because
sometimes women only have their words. You physically can't break nobody down. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, but see, the thing is, you know what I'm saying, when women resort to that level, it's just like, you heard
did she
the niggas
for real
that
fuck with you?
You really heard the niggas that really fuck with you.
But usually when they get to that point, they've already been torn down and hurt, so they don't care about her.
I mean, that's not necessarily true either, because, you know, and I ain't gonna completely put it off on women. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, men do this shit as well. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's about manipulation when it comes to that certain type of point. But at the end of the day, it's just like, when you get to the point and you feel like you got to say things of that nature, it's just like,
it's to get a reaction.
You ain't got nothing else to say. That means you lose.
It's
an ego thing.
It's to evoke a reaction, because if they too chill or they being too calm and they, you know, trying to lead a situation, it's like
they feel like you didn't one up them and you walking away. Yeah. And like he said, it's a way to, you know, to get a one up on you. Now I'm losing the situation,
right?
And so I have to pull out the big dogs, and that's the thing.
That's the shit that
when
make
you
it
argue
stupid.
to win, you will always lose because you cannot argue to win in places where y'all supposed to have love. Like
shit,
just,
I'm the nigga that feel like I win every argument, but see, like it's one thing that the woman that I'm with now taught me. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you got to pick and choose your battles. You know what I'm saying?
And that's for everybody.
Because like I said, I'm a stepfather. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like it's certain ways that I feel at certain times. And then, by me being a stepfather, like I have to, like, because if I feel a certain type of way and she don't feel a certain type of way, we gotta meet in the middle.
Compromise.
You know what I'm saying? But I may not agree. And she may not agree. But then I gotta be like, you know what? Fuck them kids. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't mine. You know what I'm saying? They ain't trying to do none of that other shit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you know what? You right. Because I ain't finna waste my time with this shit. If you feel that way, fuck it. Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Like
sometimes you do gotta concede.
Yeah, you gotta do that shit. But you know what I'm saying? But in reality, it's just like, you know what? I know the way that I'm thinking is the actual correct way. You know what I'm saying? Because and I'm feeling a little bit known with y'all. I ain't never wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm a nigga.
Me neither. Right, me neither.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a nigga that love to argue. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me just put it out here like that. I love to argue. You know what I'm saying? I just like to have conversation. I love to converse. I don't give a fuck what the situation is, what it's about, or none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? But like my end result is like I ain't never steered you wrong. Like when you prove me wrong, then I'm wrong. Right. Until then, I'm right.
Right.
At the end of the day,
I've had to say sorry or like I was wrong probably like once or twice, and I used to always tell my sister and brother like, I'm not trying to be right all the time, but that's just is what it is. I'm not trying to make you look bad. I'm just always right.
Hey, and let me tell you,
use my gift.
And let me tell you like this. And let me tell you like this. I ain't never been wrong. No. So therefore, that means I always been right. Yo. So therefore, men is right and women will be wrong. The end. We gonna leave it like that.
That was a good one.
You know what I'm saying? The only time I gotta apologize to a motherfucking woman is because it's just like I ain't got time for this shit. You know what I'm saying? I love you. I'm sorry. I ain't mean to hurt your feelings because I'm an asshole. You know what I'm saying? I'm an asshole. I'm an asshole. Yeah. I understand that. I recognize that. But see, at the end of the day, I know what I want. You know what I'm saying? I know what I'm willing to do. I know what I'm capable of. And I recognize what you're capable of. And I respect that. But at the same time, it's just like, you got to prove me wrong. You know what I'm saying? And if you can't prove me wrong, that means I'm right. So therefore, until that day, you lost. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry.
Until the day you meet a writer bitch.
You know what I'm saying? But see, at the end of the day, ain't no such thing as no writer bitch. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no such thing. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know what? I know one of y'all one of y'all things be, matter of fact, pull me up too, bro. Yes, shit, I know one of y'all things be, hold on, let me think for a second.
Take your time.
You know what I'm saying? I know one of y'all things be y'all talk to niggas, but niggas can never tell y'all what it is that they actually want from a woman. Am I correct or wrong?
Correct.
Okay. You know what I'm saying?
They don't articulate it. They go around.
And I can tell you what I want from a woman personally. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was saying earlier. It's just you know what I'm saying? Women do actually have to bring something to the table. It's no such thing as nobody. I don't give a fuck you male or female, black, white, Puerto Rican, Indian, or whatever the case may be. Everybody has to bring something to the table. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's about a partnership. You know what I'm saying? It's just Tamara, I know you was married. You know what I'm saying? Sasha, you haven't been married, and I know you also don't want children. Or you're open to having children, but at the same time, your ideal is not to have children. But at the same time, you know, if shit happens, it happens. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I heard one episode.
No,
you know
not
what
if
I'm
shit happens. It happens.
Look,
I said, if
you
I
didn't
find
say
an
that.
ideal situation,
look,
I might consider.
And I'm finna tell you, fucking ain't ideal. You know what I'm saying? Fucking shit happens. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, if you fucking
birth control, it does.
Like if you
it's
fucking,
not gonna let you down.
There's
Birth
110 ways to
like,
skin up the goddamn cat.
You can swallow it. You can spit it out. You can, you know, whatever you choose.
You say that, Tamara, like, because this ain't gonna be y'all last time here. Y'all gonna come back,
and it won't be with no baby. Guarantee.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
I guarantee you that.
Shit, nigga. Yeah.
Somebody ain't gonna make it.
Yeah, like, cause I got two, you got two,
and that's all it's gonna be.
And Joe, he got one,
and that's it.
And you ain't got none.
Zip zero.
But at the same time, zip zero,
words.
stingy with De Niro. You know what I'm saying? That's Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know, go check it out. But you know what I'm saying? Never say never, because at the end of the day, you end up with a baby by, you know, a white nigga.
I almost hopped up out of this goddamn seat and came over to slap that cup out your hand. That's a no.
Shit, she fuck around have a baby by. And you know what? You know what? You right. You ain't gonna have no baby by no white nigga. This nigga gonna be an Asian. This gonna be some weird shit. And I'm sorry I had to say that. But,
it's gonna be a no.
But see, like, do women ever take in consideration that, like, your mate might not actually be what you actually want it to be?
Oh, all the time. We have to settle all the time. Yeah, like, that's what it's called. Settle. And
like niggas gotta settle too. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas gotta settle too. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like niggas feel like motherfuckers feel like niggas be wanting bad bitches. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
I
do.
You do. I don't.
Yeah, I do.
You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck about none of these bad bitches. Bad bitches only good for fucking. That's why niggas want bad bitches, because they want to fuck them. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? It's just like niggas don't really be marrying bad bitches. You know what I'm saying? The only niggas that really be marrying bad bitches is just like they might be quote unquote bad niggas. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? The same type of niggas that y'all want to fuck, them the niggas that marry the bad bitches. You know what I'm saying? Like me, for instance. You know what I'm saying? I'm not no bad nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, you know, I feel like I'm a handsome nigga. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm not the ideal nigga.
So I think now,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not that ideal.
You are ideal. You got a job.
You know what I'm saying? No.
You black, you got a job. You ideal.
No. Because I'm finna call y'all on bullshit. I'm finna call y'all on bullshit. Because I done heard y'all shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't fuck with short niggas.
How tall are you?
Short.
I'm a short nigga by standard. You know what I'm saying?
How tall are you?
Like, nigga, I'm 5'7" by standard.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a short nigga by standard. Y'all don't fuck with short niggas.
No, wait, but that's a lie.
And ain't nothing wrong with this, though.
Tall is a preference. And see, I think men judge what women say by their own standards. So y'all preference means priority. But our
priority, what you mean by priority?
Priority mean like that's the
only thing you're
thing.
gonna go for.
Right,
like if you prefer light skin, then you're only going to date light skin. That's
nobody actually stick to preference. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people stick to preferences.
I mean, people have preferences, but that don't mean that's.
I talk to short niggas. I got a short nigga.
I don't fuck. Hey, trust me, I know. Like, you know,
I was married to one, so
like, you know how many tall bitches I don't fuck. Like, shit, nigga, preference.
It happens, right?
Like, nigga, hey, look, I'm that nigga. At the end of the day, I'm that nigga. I'm that nigga. I ain't gonna lie.
But you called us on it, and we said that we do fuck with short people,
right?
No, like, but see, that's.
But when you ask me what do I like, I'm gonna tell you what I like.
What you like? What you like?
Instead of asking me what I like, men should probably ask them what's important to you. What are your top 3 important things you need out of a
What's
man?
the top 3 importance to
a job, gainfully employed?
Hold on, wait a minute. I think I'm confused. So y'all are saying what's the top 3 things that's
important to me
in a mate? Yeah. Instead of asking me your preferences, because I'm gonna be like, I like them tall, dark, and handsome. You know, that's the top 3. But that's not my top 3.
But see, niggas don't think about shit like that.
But
Niggas
maybe
don't
you
think about
should.
shit
But
like-
you should if you're
I mean,
trying to
like,
entertain a woman. Cause you
I mean,
ask-
that come with time, though. You know what I'm saying? Because
But
the
I
on-
think if y'all
Because
asked
the
that
only
in the
thing,
But
look,
my
let me
thing
tell you
is-
what niggas want. Can I tell y'all what niggas want?
Well, I guess
Since I'm a
we'll
man,
go ahead.
niggas want pussy.
We knew that.
That's it.
We knew that.
That's all. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all niggas want.
and
You know
bitches
what I'm
want
saying?
money.
Exactly.
I mean, shit. And niggas know that. You know what I'm saying? The only niggas that don't know that is niggas that don't get no pussy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the only niggas that don't know that bitches want money, you know what I'm saying, is because they don't get no pussy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, I don't even know what episode it was. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? Like, my heart got broke by hoes. You know what I'm saying? But I was appreciative of the fact that my heart got broke when I was like 17, 18. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas be getting their heart broke when they 20, 30. In their 20s, they late 20s, they early 30s. You know what I'm saying? Never had their heart broke because they never had hoes. Like, the first time I got pussy was when I was 14. You know what I'm saying? Like, most niggas don't get pussy when
How
they
old was
14. Like, she was probably about my age.
Okay, I'm just making sure she wasn't like
You know what I'm
25.
saying? Like, no.
Do we got a case for you?
You know what I'm saying? But, like, the first time I actually got sexually active was when I was 5. You know what I'm saying? From a female, you know what I'm saying, who was my same age. But, you know, by me being older, I'd be like, you know what? You know, if she was able to, you know, do those same type of things with me, then it's because some of those things might have
done
happened to
with
her
her, yeah.
because I didn't initiate those type of situations.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, men do get molested and
do.
We
certain
do.
type
We
of
do.
things of that
We do know
nature,
that.
but it's just a point that it's glorified. You know what I'm saying? It's just like back in the day, I don't even remember the motherfucking teacher and the little boy name, you know what I'm saying? And like, shit happens.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just a point that, you know, it's not trauma to me. But by me being 37, I do realize, like, you know what? That might be a certain type of trauma. That might be why I'm over sexualized. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, that might be the reason why I'm 14 and I'm looking at, you know, a little, you know, because like I said, you know, back then we had Playboy magazines and, you
But
know.
that's natural.
Nah, you know, it's natural, but at the same time, it's just like I was with the shit, so I was ready to go.
I think a lot of people don't realize that girls are the same way, but we have to have
And trust me, I know.
a different
We have,
restraint.
yeah, like
Matter
we
of
have
fact-
to
Because
be
otherwise
disciplined.
we fast and
we're looked at as
yeah.
different. But
Matter
we,
of
and at 14, your hormones are adjusting and changing. By that time, a girl is now a woman in her body, not her mind. She is not more advanced. It's just her body is able to bear children. And so all of these things, she goes through the same physical desires and, you know, reactions as a boy.
It's just like, you know, like men are raised differently in society than women. You know what I'm saying? Women, you know, it's like India, I read, baby girl, you still a flower. You know what I'm saying? This is what I am. I mean, however the song go. Y'all know it. You know what I'm saying? That's why you laughing. Because you know what I'm talking about. Like, shit, ain't no songs talking about young man, you're still a man, do you thing, and you gonna grow up and be a man. Like, ain't nobody talking about that shit. It's just like, nigga, do your thing, fuck these bitches, you know what I'm saying? Get that pussy, get that money. You know what I'm saying?
And
You
so-
gonna be straight. You know
So
what
with
I'm saying?
that, who do you think
Is responsible for doing so.
or
you know what I'm
leading
saying?
that?
It's just like, it's just like, once again, it's about people have to lead their households. It don't matter if it's a woman leading that household. It don't matter if it's a man leading that household. I don't give a fuck if you got fucking goddamn $100 billion or if you got shit $10 in the bank account for the whole household. It's about morals, values, foundation, and structure.
But I do also, you have to acknowledge that if the men and women are not on the same accord, or if people are doing something totally different, it won't work. Because you get guys, or like when boys are young, the mothers don't want them to engage with these little fast girls. They're like, you can't do this with this fast girl. But then you hear men like encourage the young boys to be overly sexualized. I know a man who was trying to get
Bootsy. Let's talk about Bootsy. Who
Little
made the
Boozy, he said he was
Yeah.
gonna get a little hoe to suck his son and nephew
Right.
dick type
And
shit.
you see what I'm saying? So if
That shit negative.
Right.
But if you have groups of men who are supporting that, or who not even supporting that, stay silent, because your silence is consent, right? So if you don't even say anything about it, you're allowing it to go. But then you have groups of women who saying it is, that's not a good look. That's pedophilia. That's predator.
So who you think they gonna go with? The man who's saying that it's okay, or the women who's saying it's unacceptable?
I mean, but see, like, and yeah, you definitely have a point, and I can't argue with you on that. But at the same time, when it's just like, it's a little boosty saying it.
But he not the only one.
But also he has influence.
Yeah, it's a lot of niggas that feel that way.
But also we must acknowledge, like I said, your silence is consent. So if men around the world isn't addressing it, so when one of their kids come up against it, they don't know from the get-go that it's not
okay.
It's not okay. So what happens? They try it first, and then they tell their fathers, and their fathers be like, "No, that wasn't the move."
See, that's why I like talking to y'all.
But how do you prevent?
That's why I like talking to y'all, because it's just like, it's endless. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, we're going to shut up.
No, you ain't got to shut up, because, like, you raised a lot of points. But once again, you talking to me because, like, I'm a nigga that has, you might as well say I have 3 daughters. You know what I'm saying? Like, my youngest, she's 5 months. Excuse me. Like, and my oldest, she's 2 years old, finna be 3 years old. But then I have a stepdaughter. She's finna be 15 next Saturday.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then my stepson, he's finna be, he's 9. He's finna be 10 soon. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, at the end of the day, it's just like, I look at shit like right is right and wrong is wrong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, I know that we do have an understanding where it's just like, it's different when it become men to women and women to men. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, by me being a man, like, you know what? Matter of fact, let's just put it on me. I ain't give a fuck about these bitches. I ain't give a fuck about these hoes. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mother always raised me a certain type of way. It's like, you got to respect these women and all that other bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But, like, when I got my heart broke when I was 17, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a nigga who, nigga, I done had a couple of abortions. You know what I'm saying? I was 17 and the bitch had an abortion. I was 18, the bitch had an abortion. You know what I'm saying? I was 19, the bitch probably had an abortion. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's just a point.
Probably.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was doing me. You know what I'm saying? Like, like, it was a point where, you know what I'm saying, my OG was bonding me out of jail every other fucking week. You know what I'm saying? I never been a bad nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I probably was a bad man, but I never been a bad nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's always a certain line that I would never cross. You know what I'm saying? But it's just a point, like, when it came to women, I always respected women. Like, even when it come to hoes, I respect hoes. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know what I'm saying? I look at it as like, just because you a hoe, that don't mean I have to treat you like a hoe. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to treat you like a hoe because you're a hoe. You know what I'm saying? I still respect you because you're a woman. You know what I'm saying? That's just because how I was raised. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it is what it is. I don't place no judgments on nobody. You know what I'm saying?
So can you tell me what makes the woman a hoe versus a woman for you?
A woman is a hoe because she just do dicks. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what else do you want to know? She do dicks. You know what I'm saying? And yes, niggas could be hoes too. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to know what? I would say hoe too. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know what I'm
delivered?
Nah, I ain't delivered because I still like women. That nigga said he like whatever the fuck he like. You know what I'm saying? And whatever, like, I like women. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, I like women. My girl know I like women. You know what I'm saying? But it's just the point that I put forth an effort not to do things. And it's just like, I grew up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still like women. Like, even though I have my girl now, I've been with her, you know what I'm saying, for however long I've been with her. You know what I'm saying? But I still like women. You know what I'm saying? I'm never gonna stop liking women. You know what I'm saying? Never, ever. You know what I'm saying? I look at women. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, just like my girl like men. You know what I'm saying? It's just like one of the niggas that my girl like, she love Chris Brown. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna get mad because my girl love Chris Brown. What I'm gonna do is, it's just like, if Chris Brown ever come to Chicago, I'm gonna buy her some tickets. You know what I'm saying?
She get a hall pass.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. She could fuck that nigga for all, and no, she can't. You know what I'm saying?
So she don't get no hall pass?
Yeah, look, you know what I'm saying? Like, her hall pass is Chris Brown, and my hall pass is Janae Aigo.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's a hard pass. You know what I'm saying? But in reality, no, you can't fuck no other niggas. I'm sorry. You can't fuck no other niggas but me. You know what I'm saying? I handle my business. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I do my thing. You know, I ain't like them niggas y'all be talking about. I don't know who y'all be talking about, but
I
them
can't
niggas
talk about nobody. I told y'all, like, I don't even be engaging because it's so exhausting.
Because y'all be talking about niggas don't be knowing where to hit it and how to hit it, and you know what I'm saying, you know, whatever else, you know what I'm saying. And like, look, should I wrap it up, bro? You know what I'm saying? Because we've been talking for 2 hours, you know what I'm saying. But like, y'all good? Y'all still good?
We can go ahead and wrap it up because she got a long drive.
Okay, where you driving to?
Plainfield.
God damn, like, you know what? Yeah, we gonna go ahead and wrap it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's down there about like around Naperville type of area. Yeah, I already know. But the bottom line is, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, I want to say to y'all, you know what I'm saying, like, make sure y'all open to communication. I don't know what I'm going to entitle this episode or whatever the case is, but just make sure you're open for dialogue. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's just like the only way you're going to truly understand where a motherfucker coming from is if you're truly willing to listen. You know what I'm saying? And like I stated earlier, that most people have conversation just for the point to make a point. Ain't no other point to it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you got to be open to open up your ears. That's why you had 2 ears and 1 mouth. So you could do twice as much listening as you do talking. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. And a lot of motherfuckers don't understand that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got to make sense. They ain't trying to make sound cool or none of that shit. But you got 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that you feel like when it comes to certain type of things, you're just like, if you're a motherfucking black man talking to a white man, you ain't going to want to hear a white man talking about a black agenda. But at the same time, just, you know, that white man might be making sense, bro. Just listen. Take it in. You can regurgitate that to people that actually matter. And y'all can make a difference. Because I don't fuck with none of these niggas. I don't fuck with no niggas. I don't fuck with none of these niggas. And I don't fuck with none of these bitches. I hate bitches. And I hate niggas equally. So therefore, y'all equal. You know what I'm saying? I don't fuck with none of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, I got 2 beautiful girls. You know what I'm saying? And really, I got 3 beautiful girls. And it's funny because, like, my oldest daughter, she the blackest. You know what I'm saying? She the darkest one. You know what I'm saying? Like, my girl, you know what I'm saying, her motherfucking baby daddies, they light skinned. And they make the blackest children. You know what I'm saying? I'm the dark-skinned nigga, and I made the lightest children. And then my children, trust me, I know for sure. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to question me on that. And they the light. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And I know y'all like to talk about, like, niggas don't be, like, I'm a nigga that, you know, I'm going to wrap this shit up too. Like, I'm sorry to hold y'all up. But, like, nigga, like, my daughters, you know what I'm saying, and mainly my daughter, she made me cry. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a fuck what it is. I cry every time I think about her. I ain't finna do this shit now because I'm talking about the situation, but like literally, like I said, nigga, I do way more crying than I ever done in my motherfucking life, bro.
Kids
like shit, like I remember, you know what I'm saying, like my daughter, she'll be 3 in April. You You know what I'm saying? Right before she was born, I was listening to Nina Simone. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucking, I don't even remember the name of the song, but y'all know I'm a soul that's misunderstood. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know that shit. And I was listening to that shit on my way to work. You know what I'm saying? I was on Ogden somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like Ogden, the house there on my way to work. You know what I'm saying? And like I heard that song came on my playlist, and that shit made me cry because I'm like, damn, bro. Like I've been doing so much bullshit for the longest, and like I'm finna have this motherfucking girl, and like that shit fucked me up because it was just like I've been dogging bitches, bro. I've been dogging bitches, bro. Like, I've been dogging these hoes. Like, shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got my heart broke, and after I got my heart broke, I turned my hoe up. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I got my heart broke, I turned my hoe up. All the way the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm Roscoe Dad. All the way turned up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know that shit. I turned my hoe all the motherfucking way up, bro. I turned that shit.
Did you feel bad?
No, I didn't feel bad about shit.
No. Did you having the girl, did you feel bad that she may
encounter somebody like you?
Yeah.
No. Excuse me. Like, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt bad because I didn't know if I was going to be a good enough father for her to deter her away from that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Then, you know what I'm saying? And then I was like, you know what? What if some of the way I was being ended up falling on her? So, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, I didn't think about what you said first. I thought about that second.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I felt bad about me being a nigga first. You know what I'm saying? I thought about me being able to actually raise her. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm one of them niggas who always wanted to be a father. You know what I'm saying?
I was about to say, and that shows because the fact that that was your first thought, that your first concern was you being a good enough father to keep her from somebody, like that shows. Like for you to even say like you cried because, or you know she makes you cry because of what's going on. Like, but that shows that you wanted to be a father. So the truth is, a lot of people, I think a lot of men don't probably really see themselves as fathers if that ain't never been their thought process. Because I can guarantee you, it's a lot of men who this not even a thought for them, what their daughters might encounter, or how to even, better yet, the first thought you had, how do you stop your daughter from encountering the things that they might encounter?
And I could tell a motherfucker how to stop that, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, the only thing I'm going to say right now is you niggas got to be real. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know, we all living out here without fathers. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got mothers. Ain't nobody got fathers. And then for the motherfuckers who do have mother and fathers, that's a rarity. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's just like, you know, you got to be realistic out here, you know? And, you know, just to speak on what you saying, like to this day, nigga, like anytime I think about my oldest daughter, I cry. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't no nigga. I ain't no crying ass nigga, you know what I'm saying? But I'm an emotional ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm an emotional ass nigga regardless because I speak with emotion. You know what I'm saying? That's why everybody that I speak with tell me I'm an asshole and whoop de whoop and all that other shit because, like, nigga, I speak how I feel. I don't.
You ain't got to sugarcoat it.
Yeah.
We
you know
grown.
what I'm saying? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, nigga, I was listening to some song. I don't even remember what song it was. It damn near made me cry the other day riding to work, and that shit be irritating the fuck out of me. It be irritating the fuck out of me because I be like, what the fuck? Like, why the fuck I'm getting soft?
It ain't soft. It's you feeling it. Like you said,
nigga,
you got
like, I don't like that
It's
shit, though. You know what I'm saying? It's just like,
soft.
hey, I swear to God, nigga, like, when my first daughter was born, Sophia, you know what I'm saying? Sophia Money Rose. I'm going to say her whole name. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, my girl was asleep and my daughter was asleep. And I was sitting in the bed behind them. You know what I'm saying? This before we in the spot that we in now. And, like, my girl, she woke up, and I had tears in my eye. And she was like, what the fuck wrong with you, nigga? And I was like, shit, I just feel happy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that, hey, long story short, like, I just feel happy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, you know, like I said, you know, shit, she had my baby. You know what I'm saying?
There's a
Like,
lot
I
of
was
people who
looking
don't
at
experience
her.
that.
You know what I'm saying? I was looking at her and my baby, and I just felt happy because I was looking at my family. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, and that shit had some tears in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? And I don't feel no shame about this shit either.
Shouldn't.
You know what I'm saying?
Because that's what a lot of people don't get the experience. I can guarantee you ask a lot of women had somebody cried because they had somebody baby. I bet you it's a no.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I done been there too, though.
See,
that's
now,
the thing.
Now you done added another one to the list. If
Nigga don't cry when you had your baby.
If he don't cry when I come down the aisle, I'm turning back around. And if he don't cry when I had that baby, we
Hey,
giving
but
it back.
see, I can't base that shit out that shit either because, like, you might not be the prize. You know what I'm saying? It's a different story.
And that's the reason why
that's the
I'm
reason
turning.
don't do it.
I'm turning
but,
it back around.
Like, let me tell you something that'll fuck you up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, well, it probably ain't gonna fuck you up, but see, like, I got more love for my daughters than I do my girl.
Because they are of you.
You know what I'm saying? But we can say that for another day if y'all care to share it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I love my lady. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't disrespect.
Stop it. You love your girls because they are of you. You made them. They are part of you.
What she said?
We love your whole family.
Yes.
We all love all
I
of
love my
our
bitch.
family.
You know what I'm saying? I love my bitch. I love my girl. I love my woman. I swear to God, I kill one of you niggas for that bitch.
Say
You
that.
know what I'm saying? Like, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like I told y'all on the episode before, we got into it. Like, hey, our party, we went to the WIT. Y'all ever been to the WIT before? On Roosevelt? Hey, we went to the WIT. You know what I'm saying? Our party got into it with another party. And I swear to God, I ain't leaving that bitch without my bitch. You know what I'm saying? And I love her ass, I swear to God, to death. You know what I'm saying? And, like, let me answer y'all question before we get up out of here and I do this bitch ass nigga of the week. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love her just for the simple fact that she is her. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all say niggas don't be telling y'all what it is that they actually love about women because them niggas don't really know what they love about themselves. You know what I'm saying? To a degree. Ain't all the way 100. You know what I'm saying? It might be 25 and 75. You know what I'm saying? But it's just a point that, you know what I'm saying, when I look at a woman, what I want from a woman is just like, are you a good mother? And that don't mean you have to have children. I have to observe how you deal with people. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't know how to treat people, I'm not going to fuck with you. I'm not going to fuck with you at all. If you loud, I'm not going to fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you talk loud, there might be a little bit of difference, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know, however, you know, you handle the rest of these situations is what it is. It's just like, can I confide in you? You know what I'm saying? So once again, it's just like, you know, if I tell you my secret, you're not going to turn that shit around on me. You know what I'm saying? When we get into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I tell you my mama, you know what I'm saying, shit, suck dick for a living, you're not going to throw that shit in my face when we get into an argument. You don't be like, well, that's why your mama suck dick, nigga, and that's why you is the way you is, because your mama suck dick. Nah, bitch, you shouldn't even be saying that shit to me because I told you that.
You're supposed to act like you don't know it.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you know, are you a good mother? That don't mean you have to be a mother. It's just like, let me observe.
To see if she's nurturing. You
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Let me observe how you treat the people around you. Let me see how you treat your nephews, because I know you got nephews. Let me see how you treat your children, because you have children. You know what I'm saying? Let me see how you treat your friends. You know what I'm saying? All that shit matters. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me tell you why I like the person that I'm with now. You know what I'm saying? The reason why I like the girl that I'm with now is, like, matter of fact, like, let me not tell you the reason why I like her. Let me tell you when I knew I liked her. Because I was dealing with her for 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people start fucking with motherfuckers, and you ain't even known that a goddamn long. You ain't known that long. motherfuckers be spending like, you met a nigga today and this your nigga tomorrow and he need to cut his hose off or she need to cut her hose off and y'all together. And it's just like, nah, that shit don't work like that. Like, shit, you know what I'm saying? I met my girl when I was on the exit of my relationship, you know what I'm saying, that I had prior to her. You know what I'm saying? And it took us 2 or 3 years, you know what I'm saying? And she's a single parent, and she didn't force that shit on me. I didn't have to meet her children when I met her. You know what I'm saying? She went with that shit. I didn't have to meet her children. That's one of the things that I like. She didn't force her kids on me. You know what I'm saying? And then when I met them children, it was just like, okay, you know, I met y'all. She ain't ask me for shit. She ain't need shit from me. And I like that. You know what I'm saying? But what really made me fuck with her is when I went to a nigga that I fuck with. That was my homie. You know what I'm saying? And then we went to his engagement party / going away party because that nigga, he moved to Vegas. And while we was there, I liked the way that she interact with my guys that was there. And them niggas ain't even really my niggas like that. You know what I'm saying? But it was just the point that I liked the way that she engaged with the folks that was there. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was funny, she was witty, and I enjoyed that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially since she's a person that don't really like to deal with other people. Just like me. I don't like to deal with other people. I don't like to engage. I could do all that shit, but it's just the point that she engaged with folks. She was funny. She made them laugh. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like she looked good to me. And then I felt like the niggas that was there, you know what I'm saying, they was feeling her as well. You know what I'm saying? So all that shit played a part. Like, I ain't give a fuck what them niggas felt like, because I know y'all be like, niggas be fucking with bitches because other niggas, you know what I'm saying? But it's just a point, like, I fuck with her already, but I like how she engaged with other people. You know what I'm saying? Because she, like, you know, after we left that motherfucker, because, like, we was somewhere else, like, shit, we was in Hyatt Park, and we went in that motherfucker, saw everybody that was out there. We stood in front of the building. We was sipping Douce all night. We ended up going to Wicker Park, you know what I'm saying, going to Crocodile, you know what I'm saying, get some drinks at the little bar and all that other shit. And it was just like, okay, you know, she was like, she recognized that I ain't fuck with people like that. Because I'm not a nigga that fuck with people like that. And y'all probably can't tell because I'm talking like a motherfucker. But long story short, you know what I'm saying, that's what made me fuck with her, because, like, she don't fuck with people. I don't fuck with people. But she's a people person. And she's funny. And, you know, that's what it was. And other niggas wanted to fuck her at the other day. You know what I'm saying? Like, so therefore, I knew I wasn't losing. You know what I'm saying? So even though it didn't make a difference, but at the same time, you know, that confirmation was still cool. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. So, you know, we gonna go ahead and wrap up and go to the bitch ass nigga of the week. Let me pull that shit up real quick. Shit, and matter of fact, if there's anything that y'all want to say right now before we wrap it up, y'all can go ahead and say it, because y'all been sitting here looking at me like I'm crazy.
No, we appreciate you having us on.
Yeah, we thank you. I enjoyed the conversation.
Definitely did.
Yeah, I really think it was that good.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, because, like, I know I was listening to that black on black on black, and it's just like some of the things them niggas was saying, it's like I ain't necessarily agree with.
And when we be understanding, like, that was 2 out of, you know, however many. So we be understanding, like, everybody got different perspectives, and they word ain't bond. So we definitely understand.
Yeah. But I definitely feel like it was a dope-ass conversation. Like, I had other topics I wanted to talk about. I had a whole gang of shit. But,
it's
you know,
cool.
we've been here
back.
for 2 hours.
We'll be back. We'll be back.
I got a lot of shit. But, you know, that's kind of sort of how things go anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just talk about whatever. But let's do this bitch-ass nigga of the week.
It still sounds like you want to do something, bitch ass nigga. Hold up. Just for that.
Yeah, this go for that bitch ass nigga of the week. And this week, bitch ass nigga of the week go to Brian Coultier. And like I don't even know the bitch name. Like this shit funny because like this shit ain't showing up right now. You know.
I about to say her
Yeah,
name, Gloria.
Gloria. You know what I'm saying? And the 31, like I'm finna read the article. You know what I'm saying? This shit is being reported out of Houston. And a 31-year-old Texas man accused of beating his girlfriend's 8-year-old son to death faced a judge Thursday morning. And Brian Coultier, which is his name, is charged with first-degree murder in the death of Kendrick Lee, whose corpse was found in a West Harris County apartment along with Kendrick's 3 siblings. A judge said Coultier is bound at $1 million on Wednesday when the charges were read against him, but he did not appear in court because he was being evaluated at a mental health unit. On Thursday, he answered to a judge for the first time since his arrest and the boy's murder. The judge, who was supposed to see him, rescued himself from the case for personal reasons. It's unknown at this time what those reasons are. So another judge filled in, but prosecutors told our sister station, well, it's not our sister station. It's ABC, what is that, 13 at the courthouse that all investigators, like I ain't even finna keep on reading this shit, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just a point
Tonight,
that,
we're learning more about the little boy who had been dead for about a year.
Lauren Tallarico is live at the jail with the update on this awful, awful case. Lauren?
Len and Mia, we now know that the boyfriend is charged with the murder of this little boy, who we now know was 8 years old at the time that he died. The mother is facing several charges here, including injury to a child by omission and tampering with evidence. In this case, a corpse. Now, there are a lot of questions, like how did these 3 children live for so long, allegedly abandoned, while their brother's remains decomposed in the next room? Here's what we've uncovered so far. Here's a look at Brian Coultier and Gloria Williams, charged in connection to a case that has shocked so many. It was this past Sunday that a 15-year-old boy living inside an apartment off Greencrest Drive called the Harris County Sheriff's Office asking for help. He said he and his 2 siblings, 11 and 7 years old, had been abandoned here in the same apartment where his 8-year-old brother had been dead for a year. Alief ISD confirms the children had attended the district but hadn't been in school since May of 2020. They also say their mother, Gloria Williams, was listed as the sole custodian. Investigators say the surviving children were malnourished when found, surviving off food the mother would occasionally bring over. And neighbors we spoke to said they had given them food too, but had no idea how bad things were inside that apartment. CPS says that tonight those kids are in foster care. As for the skeletal remains of that 8-year-old boy, the medical examiner lists the cause of death as homicide, citing multiple blunt force injuries.
All right, you started right there. Like, shit, like, look, motherfucker been in this motherfucker sipping all day, feeling good, and, whatever the case is, and, like, y'all just heard me trying to read retarded. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just heard me trying to read retarded because I've been sipping, you know what I'm saying? But, at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure these 2 women up here that's right here right now, you know what I'm saying, they wouldn't have a certain type of situation where it's just like, some bullshit like this happen, you know what I'm saying? Like, tell me how y'all feel about this certain type of situation by y'all being women, for one, and we just gonna leave it at that.
I don't see how anybody didn't know. Like, even as a neighbor, like, you didn't see the 3rd child for a year? Like, wouldn't that
I feel like
bring us some caution?
The system failed them completely because, first and foremost, there's no way that a body is decomposing and nobody smells it. And then the mama ain't shit.
Right.
And the man she with wasn't shit. And them kids ain't never gonna be right.
And
That's how I feel.
Not only that, exactly the system did fail them because I know they go to school. I know teachers realized that they were malnourished. I know that the 8-year-old teacher ain't seen that kid in a year, and ain't nothing had been said. But I know they seen the other sibling that's 7 years old. I'm pretty sure they go to the same school.
They said they hadn't been to school since May 2020. Just the whole system fucking failed them, and then even for the family members, the ones who were saying like they wish they would have got them.
You're lying.
Just it's terrible, and I just pray for me. I hope that the other siblings get the help that they need because they will never be right. You have to be locked in this apartment with your brother decomposing next to you. You 15, 11, and 7.
And then they probably watched him beat the kid to death.
Exactly. That's fucking terrible.
That's crazy because his 15-year-old said he slept in a motherfucking park. And, like, that shit crazy. Like, I remember my OG got tired of my shit, and she put me out.
We all been put out.
And she said when I finally came back to the crib, I stank like a motherfucker. I probably did because I'm a dirty-ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I'm a dirty, stanky-ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I stank when I came back to the crib. But when it comes to this situation, them niggas some fuck niggas. They some hoe-ass niggas. And all the other case. It's just like everybody don't need to be having children. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, you know, you got states like Texas who talking about how, you know, you shouldn't have children and, you know, no.
You can't get abortions.
Yeah, you can't have abortions, but, like, you know, when it comes to situations like this, maybe you should.
Right. And they don't allow for people to make decisions that work best for them. Some people should not be parents.
Everybody don't need to be a parent. Everybody don't deserve the need to have to be a parent. But I do feel like it's people's civil duties just to the earth in general to reproduce. Like that's what our duties are. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that's what our duties are. Like I'm a nigga. I didn't have my first child until I was 35. You know, I always felt like I was gonna have my first child by the time I was 25. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, the person that I was with at the time, you know, it didn't happen that way. You know what I'm saying? But I never felt the need for me to have a child after that. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't going to have children until I got with the person that I was with. You know what I'm saying? But the bottom line of that is just like I feel like every person on earth, their duty is to reproduce, especially if you're black. That's your duty. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and that's the bitch-ass nigga of the week. So let me end that, you know what I'm saying? So we don't drag this shit along because that shit is not important right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if you are a black man or a black woman, you know what I'm saying, your responsibility on this earth is to reproduce. You know what I'm saying? Because we live in a world where we are the minority. You know what I'm saying? So the only way we can become a majority is if we reproduce. That's the only option. We can't do any other thing but reproduce. We have to reproduce. We have to reproduce. You know what I'm saying? We got to reproduce. We need to reproduce. It's a must for us to reproduce. There ain't no other way for us to do anything else and get ahead of the system and take control of the system unless we reproduce. You cannot reproduce. You need to reproduce. And I'm going to keep on saying reproduce, reproduce, reproduce. You need to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I can't blame a motherfucker for not wanting to reproduce because the structure is fucked up. And stop worrying about that shit. You know what I'm saying? We need to find better mates to reproduce with. And even if you don't find a better mate to reproduce with, just reproduce.
Stop volunteering our rooms.
Like, I'm not going to, like, see, my thing is, like, I'm not going to volunteer nobody's womb. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to volunteer nobody's womb because, you know what I'm saying? Like, my girl, she has 4 children. I have 2 children. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have 2 children. You know what I'm saying? But if it came to a point where it's just like, you know what, I don't want to reproduce no more, you know what I'm saying? And she like, would you consider vasectomy? You know what? I do that because I don't want her to go through any more, you know, of that other shit that she need to go through. Cause like, you know, I'm finna tell you right now, niggas, you know what I'm saying, anybody listening that don't understand, but I ain't gotta speak that to my audience, cause I feel like every nigga in my audience, they already understand what's going on with the female reproduction, you know what I'm saying, system, you know what I'm saying? Like all my niggas, I know y'all niggas got kids and shit. I'm probably the last one. But you know what I'm saying? It's just like women go through a certain type of situation. Like I'm a nigga that been in the room that saw the child being passed through the, what you call that shit?
Vaginal canal.
Yeah, I seen that shit. I witnessed that shit. I felt that shit. You know what I'm saying? It was what it was. Like, you know, matter of fact, my oldest daughter, she was in the NICU. You know what I'm saying? Like, I cried then. You know what I'm saying? I cried then. Like, I prayed when my girl did. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was probably the second time that I prayed with my girl. That was the second and last time that I prayed with my girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if I'm not mistaken, I think my mother called your mother, you know what I'm saying, when it came to that situation, because, like, nigga, I ain't, you know, and, like, let's talk about that shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm not one of them niggas that's afraid to speak up, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all niggas got to say what's on y'all mind, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, these motherfuckers don't give a fuck if y'all niggas is fathers, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't give a fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, nigga, when my first daughter was born, like, we had her at Northwestern. You know what I'm saying? Northwestern. You know that shit on Huron or where the fuck that shit at. You know what I'm saying? Like, and, you know, they felt like, you know, her heartbeat was irregular. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the case was. You know what I'm saying? And when she got into that, you know, that system, you know what I'm saying? Like, they was holding her. You know what I'm saying? Now I wasn't fucking with none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? And then they was talking about, like, we finna give her some antibiotics when it came to the motherfucking, the IV type shit. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't fucking with none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Just for the simple fact that it was just like, you know, and I done said this shit before, but I'm gonna say it again because this shit is important, because fathers, y'all niggas got rights too. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas was looking at me like I was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Just for the simple fact that I'm speaking up on certain type of shit. I'm not that type of nigga that's just gonna sit here and just wait on somebody else to speak up when I'm feeling a certain type of way. I'm gonna ask questions. I'm gonna feel a certain type of way. I'm gonna let you know I'm feeling a certain type of way. I'm gonna try not to disrespect you, but if I disrespect you, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, I didn't like the fact that anytime that I had anything to say, that motherfuckers looked at my woman like, what you feel about it? It's like, it don't matter what she feel about it. It's about what I'm saying, because I'm a father and I got rights too. So, you know what I'm saying? It made me feel as if, like, you like, fuck father's rights. You know what I'm saying? I got rights too. You know what I'm saying? Don't make it seem as if like I'm on some abusive shit because I'm doing all this talking and I'm not letting you talk. You know what I'm saying? But the reason you not talking is because you ain't got nothing to say, or you just trust in what it is, what my word is. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell me that, you know what I'm saying, my child need antibiotics because, like, the heartbeat or, you know, whatever the case is, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit don't make sense to y'all. But at the same time, don't tell me you need to do this shit because you feel like this is the right thing to do. But now I'm questioning y'all because I don't understand what the reason and why is. I got rights too. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, you know what I'm saying, like what we was talking about earlier is it's just like women always get the benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got to use my daughter because she, you know, she healthy. Ain't nothing going on, none of that other shit. She healthy. You know what I'm saying? God bless. You know what I'm saying? But, like, I remember another situation where it was just like, you know, my ex that I was dealing with, like, you know, she wanted to get another vehicle. You know what I'm saying? Like, she ain't exactly had a credit like that. You know what I'm saying? Nor did she have the money like that. But she needed a new whip. you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like the insurance company was going to take care of a certain type of situation, but, you know, instead of her going with that situation, she decided she wanted another vehicle. But she didn't have the money for it. Nor did she, you know, well, I ain't going to say she didn't have the credit for it, but she didn't have the money for it. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, okay, so, you know, it's just like, okay, well, if you come here, you know, you can go ahead and get this whip. And when I went to the particular car lot that she went to, it was just like, the motherfuckers just like, okay, well, we finna put you in this motherfucking Honda Accord. And, you know what I'm saying? That shit was a little older than I felt like she needed to be riding in. And I told the dealer, like, hey, bro, we ain't finna grab this motherfucker. We ain't fucking with this motherfucker. We ain't finna grab this bitch, bro. This motherfucker got too many motherfucking miles on it and whoop-de-whoop and, you know, blase. You know what I'm saying? So this nigga like, so what you saying? You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, bro, she ain't finna grab this motherfucker. Got too many motherfucking miles on it. Like, I done told you what I said, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a disrespectful nigga, but at the same time, like, shit, nigga, you know, I just feel as if, like, I'm not going to speak unless I feel like you disrespected. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that nigga, we test drove the vehicle and all that. I still wasn't fucking with the mileage and whatever else that came along with the car. And I tell that nigga, like, yeah, bro, nah, she ain't finna grab this motherfucker. Now, keep in mind, she an independent woman. She finna get the car herself and all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? But the credit and, you know what I'm saying? You know, shit happens. You know how that shit go. So it's just like, you know, when I tell buddy, like, nah, she ain't finna grab that motherfucker. This nigga called a female that was doing the behind the counter type of shit. And, you know, to come talk to her. And then I'm like, look, bro, like, I understand that you talking to her. I understand that you done got her to come up here to speak and try to get her and, you know what I'm saying, woo-de-woo, but at the end of the day, I'm the nigga that's finna spend the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, I'm the nigga that's finna spend the money. You know what I'm saying? This nigga like, so let me guess, you gotta go to the bank because I guess that's what, you know, certain niggas in certain situations do. It's like, bro, I got the money right here, bro. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta go to no bank.
Well, you know, you had a car dealership, so it was all about the sale. But
yeah, but see, my thing is, it's just like you running your mouth and you talking all this other shit. But at the end of the day, you gotta understand what you're dealing with, and it's just like if you want to run your mouth and talk that shit, you lose out. You know what I'm saying?
That's what happened. But we do appreciate you having us here.
Yeah.
Definitely a good conversation.
Hey, you running me off because shit, you shutting me off. But like, I just wanted to end that shit on that note. You know what I'm saying? And the reason that I brought this story up is because it's just like, you know, when y'all dealing with niggas out here, you never know what a nigga is. You never know what a nigga been through. You never know where a nigga going. You never know where a nigga headed. So don't ever block your blessings.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like a lot of motherfuckers be on that superficial shit and all that other shit. So, you know, at the end of the day, I'm just like, a nigga you dismiss today, he might be enough Jeff Bezos or whatever the case is. So, yeah. So, you know, make sure y'all tell niggas where they can find y'all at. You know what I'm saying?
We are the Pink Chocolate Podcast. You can find us on Spotify, Apple. We are the Pink Chocolate Podcast on Instagram and Anchor.
Yep.
Shit, y'all ever think about going visual?
I don't know. We've been asked.
Y'all need to do that. Motherfuckers want to see that shit. You know what I'm saying? Once again, ladies and gentlemen, you know what I'm saying? We're going to give a round of applause to the motherfucking Pink Chocolate Podcast. You know, I got to remind that, you know what I'm saying? Once again, tell niggas where they can find y'all at.
The Pink Chocolate Podcast on Anchor, Spotify, Apple, Instagram. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And once again, if y'all want to fuck with niggas, y'all go ahead, follow us at the Opinionated Podcast. You know what I'm saying? Apple Podcasts. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, you know, YouTube, all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, and that's where we gonna be at. And I go by that nigga named Ace Joe. That nigga, he'll be back. And make sure y'all follow them. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Hey. And I appreciate y'all niggas as fuck with niggas. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Shits podcast. You know what I'm saying? Shout out that nigga Gotti. Hey, that nigga Gotti. That nigga, he done signed his first motherfucking artist to Gotti World Media. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all tap in with that nigga. Shout out that nigga Fred. You know what I'm saying? Shout out that nigga Kevo. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to call you Kevo. You know what I'm saying? But shout out that nigga Kevin Charles. Shout out that nigga Fred. You know what I'm saying? I fucks with all y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been doing this shit for a year now. You know what I'm saying? And, like, these views been going up. And lately, like I said, once again, you know what I'm saying? Our motherfucking listenership shit been going up. We done made 1,000 motherfucking listens on that shit. And I'm proud of that shit, bro, on my mama. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't had none of that shit. Like, we went from having, you know what I'm saying, about, you know what I'm saying, 5, 10, 15, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers listening. Like, but it be certain episodes, we got 50 y'all niggas. I don't know where y'all coming from, but I respect y'all and I fuck with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, we fuck with everybody that tune in to us. And we gonna keep on grinding. We gonna keep on growing this motherfucking channel. Make sure y'all fuck with the Pink Chocolate Podcast. I don't give a fuck. If it's 2 of y'all niggas, go ahead and tap in. Because, like, they be talking that shit. And, like, I don't normally give advice to motherfuckers because it's not needed. You know what I'm saying? But the only thing I want to say to y'all is be consistent. You know what I'm saying? Keep on recording. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck if it's week to week. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure y'all do what y'all need to do. And y'all going to be straight. But, like, hey, niggas finna turn up. Opinion Hater Media, LLC. You know what I'm saying? This shit powered by, you know what I'm saying? This shit, you know what I'm saying, going through the Bezos loaded. You know what I'm saying? And, yeah, we gone.